You are now self-muted.
Didn't I queue this for a match?
I thought so.
Try again. Yeah, I did.
It's just taking this long, huh?
Yeah.
That's okay.
Hello.
More time with Melon Man.
Every time, every fucking time.
Study, what's going on?
I was slightly sad I couldn't do that at IEM, to be honest. When they couldn't go, when they went to go, and Jersey, I said, hello! I was a little bit sad. But,
Hey, what's going on? What's happening?
We're gonna
yeah, no, I regret that, not doing that, to be honest.
Play one game or is
Right,
it
I'm
just
gonna,
facing against?
cool.
It's just the best of one, yeah. So
Best of one. Crap.
just the 3 rounds.
Hey, let me
on
bring.
map.
Here we go. Because one of my teammates is not here right now, and I'm trying to make sure that he's here. Hoping.
Well, you have 5, right? You're 5, don't you, Precision?
Is this? Oh my god. I'm a terrible streamer. Do you know why, Jersey?
Was it muted?
Yeah.
Ah, okay, that's fine.
Don't
It's
worry,
okay, it's okay.
I'll do the
Hello!
intro a third time. Hello, guys.
God damn it.
I am terrible at this. Oh my god. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Mamut Cup. We have, unfortunately, because of me, missed the first round. So that is unfortunate, but we're going into the second round here, or second game. I'm not too sure. I think it's the second game. But
Yep, second game.
thank you, Ethereum. I don't actually need it. I have my own microphone. But
Yeah.
there we go. This is the Mamut Cup. We are sponsored by Mamut. Mamut has sponsored, well,
do you guys
not
want, by the
me
way?
personally, or Jersey personally, but Mamut has sponsored the cup with some prizes, $250 worth of prizes. If you don't know who Mamut is, they make gun stocks, pretty good ones. I've read a little bit about them.
Out of the airlock.
What
Yes,
map do we
I
have
do
to
remember. They make pretty good gun stocks. I've looked around a little bit, and
Yeah, we do on Discord
people
or
look pretty
something.
happy with them.
I mean, I
They've
know
just started
3
production
maps.
on a new
The
gun
2
stock,
payload maps
and I don't know if you've
and
seen it,
one,
Jesse, but it looks
what's it called again?
fantastic.
No, it's
One-
two capture
It looks
map.
Yeah,
really awesome.
Yeah, they do some tasty stuff. If I was into FPSs any more than I already am, I would definitely be buying one. For me, it's like I don't play enough to warrant it. But anyone that likes first-person shooters in VR, absolute, like, kind of guaranteed should buy one.
Yeah, and they have this wonderful new thing. Unfortunately, you can't buy it yet, but has just started production. I believe it's called APO something. I'll figure out the name and I'll send a link because it looks like a futuristic weapon. It's a like a kind of modular gun stock, so you can kind of use it for anything you want. It's not just a standard it's not just a stick you put your controllers on.
Yeah,
It's actually modular and looks really cool. So go check them out.
They do good things. I've seen a lot of their stuff before, so yeah, good products.
Hell yeah. And because I don't know, because I've done this 3 times now, I don't know if I've introduced our actual real ESL caster. It's Jersey.
Hello. Hello. Hi. Does it get better or worse every time? I don't know.
Oh no, I'm just laughing at the whole thing.
The whole. Yeah. No one else would have heard this or seen this, but I have done that intro 3 times now. We have 3 times, three whole times.
And it's literally all my fault. Only me. God damn it. Well, things are good.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just changing the names here. Wildcard plus. There we go.
Yeah.
Now we're
So
but
just to get everyone up to speed, of where we are and what's happening. So today, as Malaren said, we are watching the Mamut Echo Combat Cup, sponsored by Mamut. Very generously putting up a prize pot for this cup. So we've had, I think, probably a record number of teams signing up for this one since the original Discord. So this is. We've got a lot more kind of players involved. Obviously, VR League's just been announced. People starting to get a little bit more serious with Echo Combat now that there's actually going to be regular prizes, essentially, and like regular big competition leading to the world. So this is not that just yet. This is the just the little bit before then, the calm before the storm. But it's not like calm; it's combat. But so we'll be playing this out. So obviously we've missed the first round of the cup today.
Yes.
So it looks, based on the results I can see here, it looks like most of the matches were quite one way. So it doesn't seem like we've missed a great deal so far. That said, we should be able to jump into the second round of matches, which will be starting off shortly. Yeah, so we have... Oh, God, how many teams do we have in total today? 14 teams today. So there's 14 teams in total. We are going to be more or less, I think, following AMOC, I believe, through some of their games. We'll probably try and jump into some other games as the cup goes on. And have you got the format details there?
I do not. I'm having trouble with my internet. Even more than before.
Oh, no, it's... I will dig those up. I'll dig those up now. So...
do believe...
Oh, okay, so it is a double elimination, best of three, as in like best of three rounds, essentially, not maps. So best of three, and then it is... So far, we are looking at the teams that have come out on top, which we should get to meet during this cup, so you get to see which players are involved with each of those teams. First of all, we've got Kangarillas taking the win against Solo Team 1. They are currently fighting up against Trouble and Shoot. We've got Lithium versus Solo Team 3. So there's actually a couple of solo teams that have come together of people that like combat as individual players who have kind of banded together. They've been kind of thrown into some new teams, essentially, to, I think, try and get... Basically trying to put these people in this team. So we're going to see some new fresh faces in here, which will be great. So hopefully these are the kind of people that we're going to see shaping into real teams for the upcoming VR League season. We've got Solo Team 2 going up against V Respawn. V Respawn, I believe, is probably our favourites for this cup. I think I'd say, given their history.
I mean, the
Them or
top
Kangarillas.
Yeah, the top three are obviously AMOC, Kangarillas, and VR
Yes.
Respawn. So I don't actually know
absolutely.
who. I'm probably Kangarillas or VR Respawn.
Yeah, I think the last cup Kangarillas didn't play, so it was just Strambitsky playing with Palador, but obviously for the warm up for IEM. So I think Kangarillas, it will be interesting to see how strong they come back to this now that they've got their full team. V Respawn were the one the last cup, so I'd say they're definitely favourites. And then AMOC, I would probably put third of the three at the moment, just because they've lost quite a lot of those head to heads with the other two. So I think they're probably, I'd say third at the moment, definitely leading Europe, but that's so I think we should see interesting how those come up. Obviously AMOC have beaten Wildcard or just plus so far. Yeah. So we are currently going to be watching AMOC go up against Echo Shot, I believe.
Echo Shot.
Yeah, so we are going to be going into this game shortly. We're just currently getting those set up. And then just to kind of surmise the two teams, so Echo Shot, we will be seeing Wolf Lord, Patriotic, George, Precision, and Yoshiro going up against our standard AMOC, which will be Ducky, Batsuga, Flush Gogo, Derval, and Stoty. There you go. I got that one off the top of my head. But yeah, so that it looks like it should be a good game. I don't recognize. I don't believe I recognize the Echo Shot guys.
I've seen Precision a lot in the Discord.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. That's a good sign.
With Wolf Lord a bit. If I remember correctly, he's quite. He was playing the Pulsar, I do believe.
Yeah.
Meteor. It's been a long time, but yeah. I mean, usually. Well, I say usually. Usually, when we see teams that are kind of new, they don't necessarily do as well. But we saw, like, that was wrong last time, because last time we had a team that did really well.
Yeah, I think as well. Given that we've now kind of obviously with the show match we had at IEM, and I think with some of these matches kind of be more public facing in terms of people being able to watch them, follow the cups, and everything else. I think that we're starting to see more of a bit of a meta forming, which for new players is a really helpful thing because it allows them to kind of fill in the blanks essentially with the stuff that's being outlined. So I like to think that some of the cups that the things we've been kind of showing in a lot of these matches have started to filter out to the other teams, which is really good to see.
Yeah, and I mean,
can I get an invite as well? Thank you.
Oh damn.
Blue squad.
Let's
ready.
hope I can get you an invite.
I think I might have a spare invite for you from before, so I should be okay.
Maybe. I don't.
Let me check.
Let's take yeah.
No, I don't. No.
Let's
I don't.
hope the oh damn. Let's hope my spectator thing works. If it doesn't, again, I'm very sorry. My computer's been acting up weirdly lately. I think one of my my last remaining actual physical disk drive is really just dead.
Hey, just like mine.
Hey. Although I don't have any money.
Mine's in a laptop though, so when mine dies, I'm dead.
Oh yeah, that's just the whole thing. That's gone.
There we go.
Go.
Beautiful. Right, so I'll wait for that to come through.
And we will try the thing now. Cross your fingers. Send me everything. Yeah, just all of it, apparently. And... oh, it's exciting.
Hey!
I think it works. I think it's there. Is it there? Come on! Yes!
Hey! Right, good luck, guys.
So
that was as much to you. That was as much to you as it was to the other guys playing.
Oh, I do apologize for the delay, and I do apologize for not getting it set up early. That was completely my fault.
No problem at all. We are going to be getting into these games straight away, so we're going to be seeing these teams coming straight out. I guess basically straight into it. I mean, this is they're just warming up now.
Real quick, get the names for them from you.
Yes, so the team names are Echo Shot,
and
yep.
Amok.
Amok, yeah.
There
it's
we
Amok,
go.
other way around because Amok are orange, and then yeah.
There we go, and
To capture the
hell yeah, there we go, and we are going straight into it, ladies and gentlemen, with Amok, of course, on the orange side, and Echo Shot on the blue team. So, Echo Shot going in there, going for a little bit of a backhanded, back sort of hold. Not everyone's going in. Some people seem to be spawning from the ship and have come in late. They are now actually getting pincered here, so the two people that haven't gone into the point are actually dead right from the start. Flush to take a little bit of damage there, but not enough to set him down.
A couple of trades coming out from both sides. Looks like Amok got a pretty strong hold. Obviously, for anyone watching, Amok will be the kind of the main favourites in this matchup, with Echo Shot kind of being a new team, a newish team, I would say. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see how they kind of try and deal with it. Amok, I imagine, are going to try and hold on to the point. I don't think we're going to see that many rotations coming out from them. A couple of trades coming in at the tunnels here. Nothing major. We're seeing some healing coming out from Amok as well. They are going to get some picks, so this is looking good, but they're not going to be able to convert on anything. So we'll just have to wait and see on the next push. Now the point's unlocked, what's going to be happening with these kind of rotations? Are Echo Shot going to get baited into this one-at-a-time play, or are they actually going to wait and kind of group as of four?
It looks kind of like they're not warmed up yet, Echo Shot. Yes, he had just going in, not really getting any shots, but hitting that many shots. Devil, of course, being killed out here. But it's just not enough from Echo Shot as they get in, yeah, as you said. They get in, they get killed one by one. And yeah, Amok just look like they have strategy and they have an actual sort of organized push where it kind of looks like Echo Shot is playing it a little bit fast and loose, just doing what they want, which is not something you want to do. Is a team-oriented game like this, because that means if somebody plays as a team, you're just gonna lose. Like 9 times out of 10, you can't outskill the team.
Yeah, and I think as well, I think this is something that we're seeing. I think Amok have also played this. Like I don't want to say sloppy so far, but like you can see they're not having to do the same strategies that they would normally do against like Respawn or Kango in terms of like rotating off the point, because like they're just really comfortably holding a lot of these, like boosting around quite leisurely. So I think we're seeing. Although that said, Echo Shot are putting up a relatively good fight. They have been able to capture the point, and as soon as I say Amok aren't rotating and letting them get the point, they literally do just that. They rotate, let them catch the point, and then they're gonna go in and get aggressive. So for anyone that's watching and doesn't understand what just happened there, so what happens is when you are defending the point on Echo Combat, your respawn timer is twice as much. So generally speaking, you don't want to fight another team when you're defending. So a lot of the time what happens is the good teams will actually leave the point, let the other team capture it, and then they'll fight them. Basically, you give them the point of the opponent's point, fight them, and then at the end of it, you usually will come out with a good 20% plus in terms of the point progression. So a lot of the time, teams like to try and do this with, like, say 80 to 85% on the clock. They'll actually try and let the other main team cap it, because if they win the next fight, they just win the round, basically. They just straight up win it. So you a lot of the times you'll see kind of these weird things where, like, as you saw there, Amok just kind of pulls back from the point, lets the other team capture it. They probably didn't need to, I don't think. I think they could have held it out, but good to see them showing that they can do those rotations, and it's good practice to do it. So I'm actually glad they're doing it, because it's something they're going to have to do in the later rounds if they keep going like this.
Yeah, because they're probably going to advance pretty far. And, oh my god, as we see a Flush go very, very low, just no one being able to finish him off. It kind of looks like, and this is not... just coming into this very weird meta, I'm gonna say. It's kind of a weird meta that you don't actually want the point all the time.
Yeah.
Echo Shot, of course, being new coming into this meta, it shows. It shows that you at least
I think honestly, the only teams that are actually exercising that whole rotation thing is going to be those three teams that we mentioned before. I think that is a very nuanced concept that is only kind of being picked up at a top level with the people that are really starting to go, like, theory crafting in depth. And you're just seeing it here, Amok are kind of confidently holding the point. They're now moving out into open, which I like. So this is something we saw, if anyone watched the IEM matches over the weekend, this is something we saw from Gravity, actually. Holding these open positions here to basically force the fights away from the point. This is such a great way to buy time, to force the opponents into an area that you are usually in an advantage with. And I mean, yeah, it's a really solid way of fighting, and I absolutely love it, because the amount of time you can just see the clock ticking up in the corner there on the top of the screen, and you can just see all of that. I think it was like 40% they got there was from a fight they had out in the open. So a great way of buying time and points for your team when you got the point.
The actual only advantage you have of someone being on point is that it ticks up a little bit faster, or I think actually twice as fast. But that's the only advantage. You do not have positional advantage. You don't have anything in the point here, unless you do that. So generally speaking, with all these rotations and things, like coming out into the open and fighting, each team will leave at least one person on the point, because that way that you get that bonus, because you only get a bonus from one player. You don't get a bonus from any more than that. So you just want to keep at least one player on the point. I mean, there's other weird, like, mechanics about, like, juggling the point, like, to contest it and not capping it and things like that. But I mean, those are quite advanced far points that I don't think we're going to see immediately. I don't think we need them, actually.
No. I think it's going to be... Yeah, those are going to be the kind of strats that I expect to see in, like, the World Finals this year, to be honest. So those are the kind of every inch kind of plays that you'd expect to see, like, the two, like, top teams going up against each other would start to implement, because it's those, like, really minor details that end up adding up over the course of the game. But although, I mean, at the stage with these kind of new teams... Oh, okay, so that was a straight up. So, again, sorry to chatting through that. Amok get a really comfortable 2-0 lead there. So we're going to be finishing up that round pretty quickly in favor of Amok.
Okay, so I think because you only saw one game from the last, I think maybe we only have one game, as in the same as the Echo VR Respawn Cup, but I'm not too sure. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rounds plus the losers brackets, so that would make sense, I believe.
It would.
Possibly.
But also, before I forget, you said World Finals. For those people that do not know, the World Finals for Echo VR, Echo Combat, excuse me, will actually happen, because Echo Combat has been picked up for ESL. And I'm looking quite forward to seeing some of the later games of that, because we're going to see a lot of interesting skill, probably interesting plays coming out from all the teams that get that far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see this, and we've got like a league, which is going to be a pretty crazy one. I think we're going to see a lot of new teams coming up, trying to learn very quickly, and I think it's going to be really interesting to see how, obviously, the teams that we've seen so far with V Respawn, Kangarillas, Amok will be in a pretty good position within their regions. I imagine NA is going to be a really interesting one, because obviously with the likes of potentially even Eclipse, Kangarillas and V Respawn all coming from North America. I think that one is those two spots to fly over for the World Finals for Echo Combat are going to be hotly contested, so hotly contested. And I think you're going to see. I don't know what the plan is like for both of these teams, but there's a chance I think that you might even see some of these teams playing both Echo Arena and Echo Combat. Now, we don't know if that's going to be to the detriment of both of them, or if they're going to work on one more than the other. So, interesting to see how those will work out. But obviously, Kangarillas and Eclipse, both teams originating from Echo Arena. So, it'll be interesting to see how they divide their time, or if they're going to do both, or if they're only going to do one. I know in Europe it's very much focused on, like, for example, for us, we've got a team focused specifically on Echo Arena, and we understand that as time progresses, you can't, like, trying to do multiple different games is a really hard thing to do and keep up with other people at the same time. So it's going to be interesting to see how these all match up. But North America is going to be a very hotly contested region, I think.
Yeah, and I have, well, my own personal feelings on having two games at the same time. I think it's just too much, because for the World Finals, you're obviously going to train at least 3 or 4 times a week.
Oh, now, yeah, more than that probably. Usually, it was daily most times when we've done it. Like it was pretty much daily. Yeah.
Yeah. If you have a job, sometimes you might.
Oh yeah.
You might need some time off, but still, it's a lot of training, and
huge amount.
You can't do that for 2 games, in my opinion. You can't do it effectively.
Well, I think the thing is, I think that that's slightly different about Echo Arena is that a lot of the some of the training that you would do is around like mechanical movement stuff, which you do transition from one game to the other. It's slightly different, but I do think over time, I think the thing is, right, I think that if anyone out here would want to try and play Echo Combat and Echo Arena, for example, for this season, or honestly any of the games, I think Flush actually did this for us. He played Sprint Vector and the Unspoken, but the reason why he was still like top 2 for the Unspoken was because he dedicated the majority of his time to that, and Sprint Vector was kind of a side thing. He didn't try and split his time evenly, and it was very much he just happened to be okay at Sprint Vector and didn't qualify through that. But I think anyone who does want to do both Echo Combat and Echo Arena for this season, it's gonna be hard. Like, and that's for any game. It is, especially for anyone that hasn't already been competing in VR League. If you haven't already done it, do not overcommit yourself, because by God, I literally, the reason why I stopped playing was because I couldn't afford the time to just train for one game, like just one, and I couldn't do that. Like, that is how much. And I'm my own boss, so I can choose when I work and when I don't work and stuff. But, like, even I couldn't make the time to train enough. That just gives you a bit of an example of how much time commitment is needed for these things. And like, if you want to be the top 2, like, it's hard. You got to fight for those spots. And given it's top 2 for both region, like, it's not going to be easy. I mean, even in Space Junkies, which we're going to see as well, it's not going to be easy to get those spots. So I think North America are going to have it much harder for Echo Combat. But I mean, seriously, I could not tell you right now who is going to be going out of V Respawn, Eclipse, and Kangarillas if Eclipse choose to play as well. Like, that's the thing. We don't know whether they are or not. But I genuinely right now I could not tell you who would win and who would not. And then it's going to be really interesting. And then the other thing is. That's going to then have a knock-on effect onto the Echo Arena teams. Like, if both Kangarillas and Eclipse are playing in both, like, are there then other new teams that come up through Echo Arena that start to usurp them? Like, it'll be really interesting. It's such an interesting thing from, like, the North American side. I think this season's going to be crazy a little bit in terms of who's where and who gets those spots. So it should be really great to watch.
I think the thing that might knock Eclipse out is that they actually need to get a member, a 4th member, because they played Strabitsky. And
yes, they did.
They did. True. Said in the cast, I totally agree with you. The best player in the world for.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He hard carried them. Let's be honest.
He did a lot.
He did it. No, Eclipse are very good. Like, regardless, Eclipse as players are very good. They have a very good understanding of the format, and they are, like, I mean, to be honest, their defense on Combustion was disgusting. Like, to be perfectly honest, like, that defense was just brutal. It needs a certain key to unlock it, which I think teams will be able to find over the course of the season. But it's just like that just shows that even though Strem is so good, I mean, yeah, just but the thing is, he's playing for Kangarillas now. He's playing on the opposite team, right? So like he is going to be competition. So yeah, I seriously, I can't call right now who is going to like. I've got a good idea for like EA and the EC for Europe. I've got a good idea of who the kind of top teams are for that. Not biased at all, but for North America, I literally have no fucking clue. Like, I seriously have no idea who's going to potentially qualify for it.
We had like, I think before like last cup, we'd have a pretty good idea of who the top 3 in North America was.
Yeah.
We had those people that kind of just that kind of just came in and was really, really good. So it just shows that there are a lot of players out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of players out there who are just really, really good that we just haven't seen yet. And there might be some from Europe.
So for anyone watching, that is interested about in competing in the upcoming VR League matches, do it. Seriously, if you ever want to become pro at gaming, like esports in general, like now's the time to do it. Both regions, well, more North America than it is Europe, but both regions are kind of having a little bit of a phase right now where there's lots of things and changes happening before the season starts. So if you're gonna get into it, do it now, because like this is the time where you could end up like doing a fucking you could end up like just coming through and sweeping with a brand new team that just can get the game down, like, and that there is a platform to do that now. So yeah, anyone that's interested in actually competing in the VR League upcoming, go check it out. I don't know the link. We need
next week, and go to ESL, find the Echo Arena or Echo Combat page, and they will be there.
Also check VR League, or just Google VR League, and it's like first website that comes up, like VR. It's like ESL.VR, no, VRleague.esl.com or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can you find it. But yeah, compete, because they're like, as we were saying, like I it's weird because I'm excited as well because I want to see which team wins, and I'm like. But the thing is, you could have some proper upsets though as well, because if you've got both Kangarillas and Eclipse splitting their time over both of them, what happens if 2 dedicated teams come up and usurp them? They could not go to the finals. That's insane.
Yeah,
like I would not have learned. I would not have been to a LAN event where there wasn't Strembitsky or like Palador or Eclipse or anyone from their team. So I don't think that's going to happen. I'm pretty sure we're going to see them in one shape or the other. But the question is, will we see them in both? Will we see them in one? Or will we not see them at all? Which is the big thing. It's like, I don't know. But it's really interesting. So it's going to be cool to see how they all balances up, really.
I think if we end up seeing like none of them go at all, it's gonna underline how important it is to just dedicate yourself to one game. I'm pretty sure those players are skilled enough individually to make it in some way, shape, or form. I mean, like, you can't understate how good they are technically and like mentally with what they've done with Echo Arena. I think all those teams are very good. I would say like there's a small chance like they wouldn't go for some reason. Either they like, I don't know. There's a small chance they get usurped in both titles and it just happens. I think what will probably happen is if they both choose to do both, then they'll probably be like, they'll have leanings towards which one they would prefer, and if they start falling behind in that one, they'll probably kind of put more of their eggs in that basket, if you see what I mean. But seriously, it'll be so interesting to see. And the other thing is, if a team can sustain 2 games, Jesus, like that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. There is a generous prize pool coming up for the VR League as well. So yeah, it's like there's a lot of money over a lot of weeks and a lot of world final money. But speaking of money, obviously today we've got Mamut sponsoring this cup, which is a huge thanks to them again. But we are going to be getting into the next game relatively soon. Sorry for blabbing on about the upcoming season. I think we're all just quite excited with the upcoming team changes. Yeah, go check it out. I think you probably know this more than me. I think it's 16 you need to be to compete.
Yes.
Changed from last year, which was 13. Unfortunately, it's 16 now. But if you are 16 years old, if you live in Europe or I think more or less anywhere, go sign up. Go look for it. Go sign up. Go do it, because you only know if you're gonna get to LAN if you actually play. You might be amazing and just have never played. Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah. Okay, so just to clarify, we are currently waiting for Ignite to sort out their match with, I believe, one of the teams either over here or Kitty Calendars. That's why we're not in the game just yet. So we are just waiting for those teams to sort out.
I should point out, because my router is garbage, I can't actually take a look at any other page than the stream. so I don't actually know the team name. So every time you
Okay,
say
that's
them,
fine.
I'll probably get a laugh.
Yeah, that's cool.
What, Kit Kat Bar or
Yes.
something? That's a good name.
Yeah, so the next game we're going to be seeing is, we might actually want to see if we can jump into the Ignite game next, because we will be waiting around for AMOC for quite a while, I think, because we're still waiting for Ignite to play.
Who is in play?
Because there's, for some reason, there's still two teams on round one that are still finishing a round one game.
Oh.
So Overheat versus Kitty Calendars. So we're still waiting to find out who Ignite will play, and then off the back of that, we'll then see AMOC versus one of them. However, there is actually another game, the other side of the bracket, Malaran, that we might be even better watching, which will be Kangarillas v Respawn.
We
which
might want to see that.
Yeah, we definitely want to see that. So at the moment, Troubleshoot versus Kangarillas is happening, where they are currently, I believe, they are 23 minutes into the game. Kangarillas is a point up. I think they're just finalizing that game. But then we have Lithium versus Respawn, which is also being played right now. So I don't know.
Let's jump into the next round is VR Respawn versus Kang, right?
Yeah. Do you want
Let's
to
jump
work?
into that.
Yeah, I think we'll let's wait and try and jump into that game, because that's gonna be a really big one. And then maybe once that's finished, we might be able to jump back to AMOC versus Ignite. I think, or the winner of the Ignite game. So yeah, let's go for that route. So if you want to message Strem or someone, just get
I'll
them to
message
invite us.
Strem.
Yeah, cool.
So Sendo did something. I think he Okay, a little bit of an insight into the into how my life is right now. My stream chat, all the information and anything in there is in Italian. So I think Strimbit or Sendo Target, he subscribed with Twitch Prime. I'm not sure.
Oh, he did. Yes, he did. Thank you.
Months. Well, thank you, Sendo. Oh,
Thanks,
God.
Sendo. Sendo's
go.
Bay.
Sendo is Bay.
He's also someone you don't want to. Yeah, I'm not going to say anything else. Never mind.
That's a good
let's
joke.
not go. No.
There we go.
Okay, so for anyone still watching, we are just currently waiting to get into the next round, which will be V Respawn versus Kangarillas.
Probably, maybe, hopefully, or AMOC versus someone. Who knows? We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I think we're gonna wait to see that one. Do you want to throw on wait for that, just so that people know?
Yeah, there was something I wanted to say. Yes, all right, right.
Oh no, we'll stick around. We'll just put it onto the screen for the time being while we're waiting.
Oh yeah, no, but they can't hear us there.
Oh, can they? Oh, okay.
I
Never mind.
can set that
We'll
up.
stay here. We'll stay here. It's okay.
I'll set it up. It's fine. But I do need you to send something to the chat.
Oh, okay.
Here. That's the link, because I can't open the chat, actually.
Oh, right. Okay, yep. So, for anyone that is wondering who our gracious sponsors are for today, go check out these guys. Mamut VR. They do a range of gun stocks and controller grips. Very good stuff. So, good quality shit. And, yeah, go check out the stuff. And, yeah, it's definitely worth a look into. If you're into FPSs, Onward, anything like that, definitely check out the gun stocks. Contractors as well. I know Contractors is great. But also grips as well. Grips that help you hold the controllers, which for if you're anyone that's interested in competing, the VR League is definitely something you should look at investing in, because sweaty hands is a bane of a VR esport player. Basically, is sweaty hands are like it's either you run liquid chalk or grips or both, and usually both is like the best. But yeah.
Okay, quick question. Because I've heard you and some other people talk about this. What is liquid chalk? Because it sounds disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, it could be worse. I mean, one of the brands that I've tried and we've used before is Gamer Goo, which is it's great. Gamer Goo is it's what you think it is. No, it's not really. No, it's liquid chalk is basically chalk that will not it's not in a powdery form. It's basically like a lotion you put on your hands, and then it kind of solidifies, and then it essentially kind of stops your hands from sweating, but it also kind of gives them a little bit more extra grip. So a lot of the top players will use it in some way, shape, or form. I don't use it that much just because it's a mess to apply, and I mean it's not messing up the controllers. Like it sticks to your hands, so it shouldn't come off on the controllers. But I mean, I got into a certain pattern with how I kind of keep my hands de-sweated, and essentially it's like, yeah, it basically it's down to each player as to what they prefer. I prefer no liquid chalk and no grips, just because I'm weird and because of how I hold the controller. I've got big hands, so I can hold on to it pretty well. But aside from that, yeah, it is one of those that, yeah, it's worth checking out for anyone that wants to compete in this stuff.
Wait, hold on. We might want to watch Amok, because K9 Team K9, he says he'll cheer for each of Dual Games' deaths.
Wait, who's Dual Games?
Dual Games is right here. He is a player
great.
for the team that Amok is going up against. I can't actually see the name.
Ignite?
Ignite, I think. Is that Ignite? I think that's Ignite. Am I in the... What's happening?
I thought when Ignite are waiting around because they're also waiting for a game, so I believe we're waiting for that to go through.
I don't know. But
yeah,
thank you
Kangorillas.
for the bits, by the way. Okay,
yeah, just that. So Kangorillas and Via Respawn should be coming up very soon. V Respawn is just polishing off that game now. It looks like Overheat and Kitty Calendars are putting scores up now, so it looks like they will be going up against Ignite in this round. However, just because these are the two hottest teams in the league right now, I think we would definitely want to check out V Respawn Kango. We're going to be coming up like in a minute, I think, because it's V Respawn versus Lithium, and it looks to be quite one-sided, so they should be finishing off pretty soon.
And for anyone who's just joining us, of course, Kang versus Via Respawn, they are two of the top teams in North America who are playing right here. So actually figuring out who's winning now might be a good indicator for
I think this will be the last indicator we get before
it will
before the season starts for VR League. So actually, yeah, this is we need to watch this match. Like I'm sorry guys, but
we
commandeering the stream, we have to watch this match.
Well, yeah, it is, because for anyone again that doesn't know, the season starts next week. I think, right?
Getting
it's
chills.
Next week?
Yeah. it's the 22nd, so it will actually be a week after next.
Is it the 22nd?
Let me check, because I'm getting this completely wrong now. ESL. It might be the 16th. I might be getting this completely wrong. No, do you know what? I think I might be thinking about the Space Junkies, because we've been looking at that. Let me double check. I'm just going to open now. And it is on the 24th. It is the 24th of March. So yeah, we have 2 weeks. So we actually do have we have one more weekend.
We might see. I hope we see a cup there.
Yeah.
If you want a cup, talk to Ducky, because Ducky does all the cups.
Ducky's the cup king.
He is the cup king.
Yeah.
That sounds.
When
weird.
he's not making memes, he is.
Ducky's not a meme guy. I don't think he's a meme guy. He's just a. He just
no. What he does is a meme. What he does is a meme.
True. Like, he is the spiciest meme lord, as they say. I just saw. Have you seen that clip of some girl on Jeopardy?
No.
Like, it's some like random round, and she knows she can't answer the question, so she just bets $0 and answers who's the spiciest meme lord, and then wins the game with like $100,000 or something. It's
what?
Insane. It's so funny.
Oh god, no, I haven't seen that.
She looks so pleased with herself. It's
great.
Right,
okay. So then V Respawn have gone to the cup, so we're literally waiting for Kangaroo now. So we need to try and get to that game ASAP.
Strum has said sure, so I hope. Oh damn. Okay.
Has he invited you yet?
He has not, unfortunately. I will get a quick.
Just spam him with invites until he lets us join, basically.
Hell yeah. I do have stream. Yeah, I do. I do. Now, while we're waiting here, I do have a quick question for you. That's completely unrelated. Because
yes.
I think we've said everything we can about this game.
Yep.
About this upcoming game. So, have you played Have you played what's he called? Fallout, not Fallout. God damn it, Titanfall 2.
Wait, you mean the thing that Apex was made from or made of?
Exactly.
Oh, okay. No, I haven't played Titanfall 2. I have played Apex an ungodly amount, but yeah. Aside from that, no. Yeah, I am knee deep in Apex right now. To be honest, I probably am going to play Titanfall because I love Pathfinder to bits. And I love his grappling mechanic. So I need to practice that. I need to try it out. But yeah.
So you haven't seen the absolutely fantastic and just phenomenal single-player campaign that exists for Titanfall 2.
I have not.
And
Is it good?
Sounds like you might be interested.
Yeah, I probably would buy into that, to be honest, at this point.
So I'll be streaming that.
Oh, cool.
This was all an ad for me.
Oh, god damn it. I should have seen this coming. I should have seen... As the person who solicits most of the ads, I should have seen this coming.
That's true. But yeah, no.
Speaking of ads, though,
God damn it. You gotta...
TGravityVR.com/store.
You gotta donate some bits, man, for that. Oh,
What? No,
fortunately,
it's not. I'm pretty sure one of the prerequisites of advertising is not to donate bits, because...
I mean, I don't see your link anywhere.
Well, I don't see your link anywhere.
It's my stream. Boom.
You think that means anything?
Really doesn't. Strem, please invite me. I've sent you like 15.
Bloody fair invite. The game hasn't started yet, technically, because it's on an alarm bell thing saying I think it's like they're getting started, I believe.
But yeah, no, I'll be streaming that, and I've just decided I'll be streaming that tomorrow if there isn't a cup. So I'll stream that tomorrow at, let's say, 18 CET.
Okay, cool.
Go watch that. It is, and to answer your question, yes, it is phenomenal. It's on the, I would almost say it's on like par with Half-Life 2. It is so good.
That's a bit much.
That's a bit much, but it's up there. It's not quite on par, but it is fantastic.
Okay,
so
I need to try it out.
cool.
I need to try it out.
Or you can watch it tomorrow on twitch.tv/Malaren.
100 countries.
Or that, yeah, that too.
There we go.
Okay, so we're just trying to get into this game. We should be in a momento.
And over 20,000 teams.
Better not have started without us. I'm going to murder Strem.
Louis?
Not do it anyway. So to speak about something else.
Biscuit, invite.
He he said I'll get Loveridge or Seal or Sputnik too. Cool. Send an invite to Sputnik. Sputnik is Sputnik.
Sputnik.
There we go. And yeah, speaking of good games, go play Devil May Cry 5.
Oh, DMC apparently is really good. Like, I've heard some very good things about that. Yeah.
This is the one. This is not the one. No.
Dual game?
Yeah, but create an
Sputnik is
create an account where you're...
Sputnik is connecting to me. Okay, I'll just unmute myself and tell him what to do.
Okay, alright.
Casnas is...
Unless he's joining us, like what? We just want an invite, you fools!
Wait.
You are no longer me.
Hey, Sputnik!
Alright, I'll let you sort this out. I'll let you sort this out.
Sputnik,
Whack my ass.
Casnas is in the game you're supposed to be playing in, right?
Yeah, I'm confident. Let me remedy this.
It's fine, it's fine. Oh, hello, Stone.
Are you from Norway, sir?
I'm from Denmark, close. Yeah, I just got an invite for him, so I'll go into that and I'll get Jersey in there.
Who's from Norway?
Yes, please.
Go.
Sad. Kødder du?
Where's my man Darkspeed, by the way? Not Darkspeed. Wait, no, is it? No. Yeah, Taco. Where's Taco?
I don't know. He's been inviting me to play, so he's probably scrimming.
Oh, maybe he's playing. No, he's probably playing.
He's probably.
I miss his chat spam.
I would too if I could see the chat. There we go. Okay, it looks like I'm going to the game right now. Wolf
Okay.
I'm very happy for all the invites you're sending me, but unfortunately, no. Hello. You just had to come watch this because it's one of the probably most important games that's going to be played today.
Oh yeah.
No, it is.
Hell yeah. It really is.
I'm glad to hear you are also excited.
It's gonna be one intense match. Just one.
Yeah, just one.
Just
yeah.
one. A single match.
Wait, oh, I can use my. Oh, I can use my. See, this is why having a bank of invites is so helpful because I can just pick it up and just
There
join
we
you
go.
when you're in someone else's lobby, and you can't do anything about it.
Yeah, I'm getting Jersey in here.
I think I can. It didn't accept it. Damn it.
I've just invited you twice, Jersey.
Yeah. I see it now. I see clearly now the invite's here.
And sounds like it. Sounds like it. Is it good? It's good. Have a good game, guys.
Yeah. Woohoo.
You all suck. I hope you lose.
There we go.
I take it back. Good luck.
Ladies
Bye.
and gentlemen, toys and squirrels.
I can't hear you. You're on my speaker. I can see you're talking, but I can't actually hear you.
Okay, there
I
we
was
go.
just
I
saying
need
good
to-
luck to Strem.
Capture the point.
Strem.
Oh, he's talking to.
Don't
I
choke.
thought he was talking to me.
Don't choke.
God damn it, chat.
Alright, goodbye.
Okay.
I just have
VR.
to shout some-
Oh,
I just had to shout some abuse at them for their warm up.
Strambitsky's Kangaroolers, right?
Yeah.
Good.
Of course.
I have a good memory.
Yeah. No, I just had to wish them best of luck in those games.
Ah.
I didn't
need
mute
to
myself
turn
on here,
my
did I?
sound. I need to turn my sound. Is that better? I think that's better. My sound has been very low. Oh, well. There we go. And
I can't do that
respawn.
because copyright.
I don't think it's gonna copyright your mumbling.
Boom!
Boom!
Yeah, that's true.
No.
As long as I don't sing the words, I think it's fine.
As long as you don't sing Despacito and don't dare say it in any sort of tonality or anything.
Oh yeah, no, I see what you mean. Yeah, it has to be the words plus the tune, I think. So
Yeah.
I can mumble all I want.
And Despacito is notorious for suing everyone. The people that
Oh,
made
okay. Copyright strikes.
that. Hell yeah.
Ready.
All right,
So-
okay, so
Sounds like we're going into it. For anyone that's just joining, this is VR Respawn versus Kangaroolers, and we are updating it. There we go. Team names are correct. Everything is fantastic. Starting in 10 seconds. This is probably one of the most important games we're going to see tonight, unless AMOC comes up against one of them, so we could just get a kind of a feel for how good they are versus them. But for the NA region, this is going to be one heck of an intense game.
yeah, so we're going to see AMOC versus V-Respawn. Sorry, not AMOC. Oh, God, I'm getting the names wrong now already. Kangaroolers versus V-Respawn. They're both teams fighting, trying to go through tunnels here.
Oh
it's
my
going to be a
God.
really good surround from V-Respawn, though. They're going to get them in the tunnels. A full squad wipe, and 4 members survived that. I mean, I would say it's a bad thing, but because the point is locked at the moment, that fight actually doesn't mean anything. And from Kangaroolers' perspective, this actually gives them a chance to respec, get their items back, and come back into this fight knowing what the loadout is for V-Respawn. So it'll be interesting to see if they can adapt to that and change. Obviously, you see Strem up here, sniping away with the Comet, doing his thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. So, and they're going to cap the point. So this is the perfect time for Kangaroolers to pick a fight now. They want to fight them here. Really defensive positioning from V-Respawn, though. Going to try capture the point, and this is a weird cap there. I was not expecting that. This is going to be them fighting in a really bad position now. They are going to get a couple picks, though. This is looking... I can't quite tell who's winning this.
Kangaroolers looks very, very strong right here as they have 3 members, and Real Respawn only has 1 left. Kangaroolers also have the point. Oh, someone getting a little bit aggressive here. I think that was Strambitsky
yeah.
just getting killed out, getting pincered there. Even if he did get the 1 kill, he would have probably been killed out. But as Kangaroolers has the point and it's now being contested, they don't actually gain anything from this. This is a really, really bad position for them. A couple of kills coming out, but it looks like VR Respawn is gonna win this one out. And we haven't actually seen anyone hold on to the point for any more than 10%, I think.
I think with that kind of extended fight there, I think V-Respawn come out on top. With that kill, they definitely come out on top. That was
for sure.
Yeah, so V-Respawn in a good position here. AMOC are going to be... No, oh God, I'm going to get their names bloody wrong. I mean, Yeah, Kangorillas have been doing a good job so far. They're trying to get some damage in from range. V Respawn not having any of it. They are sitting so far back in tunnels, just refusing to take damage here. Some aggressive shotgun attempts coming in from Kangorillas, but they're not able to convert. V Respawn collapsing and then just basically denying the damage. Oh yeah, this Kangorillas is just going in one at a time here. This is not looking good for them. So I don't know if they're going to be able to do much here. I think this could just be straight up game. They're losing players left, right, and center with 25% on the left on the clock. This could just be game straight up for V Respawn.
Oh, and they only have two. They have a sort of a drip respawn here, as they don't have all 4 players out. Yeah, with only 10% left, they're gonna have to go in now and do something. And with that boost in, that is their opening in here. But I don't think they're gonna be very strong. They do get killed out. They do get some kills, but it's 2v3, and yeah, that is more or less game as Loveridge dies out. Shrimpitsky's last on point. Sorry, that was sealable back. 99 and 100. So first team to orange round, which of course is via respawn, with quite a game.
Yeah, pretty dominant start from them. I think the only time they actually lost was after that first fight. So they won the first fight. They then had no tacticals or grenades to use for the next fight. Kangorillas came back with a new loadout, able to come do some damage from range and then get in and get aggressive. But the thing is, what I don't like about what Kangorillas did there is they didn't actually kill them. They just capped the point in front of them, which is not a good thing. You want to, you seriously, you do not want to get that point until you've killed the enemy team. Like, in terms of your priority list, it is enemy team 1, cap point 2nd. Like, you don't want to do it in reverse order because you then end up in a really bad spot, which we then saw hinder them for the entire rest of that round. So I don't. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. I'm not a great start from Kangorillas, so we're interested to see if they can pull it back here at all.
It is. Yeah, it is not. But I do want to highlight a little bit. I do believe Sputnik Cobra is a. I can't remember if he's just been picked up or he was picked up last cup we saw him. He is. He is very new to the team.
Okay,
so that is, of course, doing a little bit. Sputnik Cobra is a fantastic player, a wonderful dude. But it's still, you want team coordination to be on point, especially in a game like this, because that is where it matters. And no one is actually on point, no one going to cap it, because everyone from Kangorillas is outside just shooting in, and everyone from Respawn is shooting out.
Yeah, they're letting, right, okay, this is the right thing for Kangorillas to do here. They are letting them cap the point, and then they start taking these fights. This is the right way to do it. From them. They do get an initial pick, but they are quite spread out now. They're trying to regroup, do some more damage. If they can get a fight now, they will be in a really good spawn position timer, and 2 picks there coming out from Kangorillas. Great stuff from them, healing up to make sure they're full. And there is a really staggered spawn right now. They've got 1 player alive, 1 that died really early on the fight, and then 2 that died a good time after that. So this is going to be awkward respawn time from them. So they're going to be getting back into this. 2 players going through tunnel, 2 looping round. So Kangorillas seem to be in a good setup here. I like how they're positioned. Interesting, because I haven't seen this kind of setup before. They are kind of split apart. So yeah, they do get 1 player picked. I did think that was the downside of this, because they were kind of so awkwardly spread out there. If V-Respawn focus them down as they just did, they lose out in most fights. So yeah, that's a bit of an awkward positioning from them. I think that they lose in terms of a 4-man group attack, like just there. So
they just
how they
didn't
come back
set
and
up.
attack this now. Yeah,
they
basically
didn't set up fast enough at all, and that's more or less a fault on them. Because even though, I mean, it wasn't much time, that is enough time to set up, enough time to execute a setup that you practiced, and it just looked like they didn't really get to do that. So 1 elimination from 1 team.
Two really low members here from V-Respawn. They're not going to heal up. Like, V-Respawn are making such good use of these tunnels here. Like, they have been playing these tunnels the entire game. And
but I mean, it's the best position, I think. Actually, on point, it's more or less the best position.
Well, I think the thing is as well that you can definitely take loadouts that can punish tunnel play, right? You can take meteors, you can take novas, but it requires a lot of coordination to get your entire team on board with that. However, that said, it looks like Kangorillas are taking a good fight here. They might be able to outlive this and even take the point. We are seeing a huge amount of shotgun work coming out there from, I believe that was Kaznaz or Vex in the very end.
I think that was Vex, yeah.
Yeah. So they did good amount of work coming out there, but at 83%, that was kind of the time they wanted to lose the point, really, because they win a fight now, they just win straight up. So this is gonna be a hard hold for Kangorillas here.
It's gonna be quite tough for them. But yeah, we see. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, here we have VR Respawn coming in, just getting a pick right off the bat, going in for the point, setting up already, pushed everyone from Kangarooless out from the point, and Kangarooless needs to go in now. There are only 3 people, and one of them is half low, so they have a really, really bad position. Vexy getting killed out. Bitman very, very low. He does get killed out too. It's a 3v2 now.
Yeah, 2 good picks. They might be able to get this. This is going to be rough. A great meteor shot into the open there. Are able to convert that, but oh, shotgun! Big shotgun play coming in there from Kangarooless. They should get this point. So this is going to be just enough time for them to kind of confirm this, lock this in. They absolutely cannot lose this point now, though. They cannot give it away for a second. So I'm not sure I'm going to like seeing Strem pulling out too far here. He just wants to sit out far enough he can do some damage, which is exactly what he's going to do. The other 2 holding on to the point for dear life. Strem's going to be starting to get pushed. He's going to be very low. This is looking like Strem might be going down here. Heals coming in, and
oh no, VR Respawn, it's taking the point. Oh no, they have the point now. It's 99%. What?
I thought he was inside the circle.
I think he was just at the back here. I think he was for anyone on stream, just out here. Oh my god, that is if you're on the point, and if your you know, your job is to keep the point contested, you need to look at the point all the time, even if they're coming in when you're at 95%. You don't need to care about your own life. You have to have the point.
Yeah, you need to try and survive and try and stay in the point, because if you drop your head out for a second while it's trying to cap up to, like, if it's on 99%, you leave the point for a fraction of a second and there's an enemy teammate in there, you just straight up immediately lose. It's an insta lose mechanic, basically. So yeah, you got to be careful with that. But okay, so I think that is the only game we're going to be watching for today. Was that wait, so is that are they switching servers? Is that what's happening?
No. That was the only game. It's best of 1.
So so we had so V Respawn sweeping that both rounds. Then good win from them. Really comfortable win the first round. I think it took a little bit of time for Kangarooless to get into it, but I'm to be honest, apart from Strem doing his usual stuff, which kind of got countered, I wasn't that impressed with what Kangarooless threw out there. Compared to what I think they usually do. V Respawn really dominant, knew what they were doing, very well held. They knew exactly how to answer the open play that Kangarooless wanted to do there. So yeah, interesting stuff.
There we go. I think we'll be joining Amok now.
Yes, Amok next.
But yeah, I wasn't very impressed with it. Although they have had Strambitsky has been away on a trip,
yeah, true,
so
and they've got a new member, so they are a distant.
That.
Oh, sorry, that was my chair. It's a creaky chair.
Oh no, that was someone in game.
Okay.
I don't know what they were doing.
All right, okay. So we're going to be watching now Amok versus Ignite, which is on the other side of the bracket. And then I believe the winner of this will be going up against V Respawn.
Nice.
And invite me.
I'm already in here. I am already in the party. Thank you, sir.
I didn't mean to invite you about 8 times, sorry.
It's fine, man.
I just really wanted you in.
Were you chatting shit about?
I'm just talking shit straight to Stoney's face. Yeah, I'll just get our ESL caster in here.
Oh god.
And I'm not even lying. Oh, there we go.
I'm not an ESL caster. Technically, I'm a freelance caster. Hello.
Have a good game, guys.
Hello.
There we go.
V Respawn won, like, pretty convenient, but pretty big win, 2-0. Kangarooless were not that good. Like, they did not do a very good job.
No, and to finish that thought from before,
I can't hear you properly because I've got this coming out my speakers. But good luck.
To finish that thought from before, Kangarooless was in a bit of a weird position with training and with the teaching compatibility and all that.
I don't blame them at all for the loss. I don't think it's. I seriously, I think this was probably going to be one of their worst weeks for in the near history. I think, like for their previous history of games. So I think we will see probably a different Kangarooless coming into the next cup when the VR League starts. But that said, V Respawn taking the crown back from Kangarooless, kind of. Although they've always had the crown, I think they've beaten out Kangarooless most of the last setups as well. So not too different, but not too. I mean, off course from the normal. but it's something I expect to see getting closer and closer as time progresses.
I think it will probably be very close in the last week there.
Oh yeah.
But we are going into it here. I haven't changed the names. I'll do that in a little bit. Or sorry, I'll do that right now via Respawn. Via Jersey. Hell yeah.
Hello.
What's happening?
Okay, so we're going to be watching teams contesting for possession here. Neither team really wants to take the point first, to be honest. They actually want to get the other team to waste all of their utilities. So you can see Amok here holding a really wide point. A couple of players getting really low, but not getting knocked out. So this is looking okay. Seeing some meteors, pulsars coming in from both sides. Relatively long range. Trying to hold these tunnels in a really kind of decent position. Although Amok know they're in there, which is not great from their side of things because you can usually get a lot of no-look damage in. Oh, one player going really low. Amok are going to cap this now. So I think they're going to cap and then pull back, possibly. Or they're just going to get aggressive from up high. They seem to be getting some good meteor shots coming out from the other team, though.
Actually catching some of the Ignite players in there. Ooh, 2 getting killed out, 3 getting killed out here. There's only 1 player left, and he will get killed out too, Robo Creator. Man, that was quite that was very aggressive from Amok, but it worked out. Because they now not only have the point, but they have 15% already.
Yeah, exactly. So I think they're in a good spot. Again, you see how they're holding out in the open here? They don't want to fight on the point. They want to fight in the open because the point is away. Like, they are physically getting the other team away from the point. They're going to lose 2 members here, but look, they still own the point. They lose the fight, but they still own the point and can still defend. This is why fighting in the open is such a great way of playing it, because they have just bought themselves a good 20% with that play. Like, it's ridiculous how much time you can get from that, but they need to try and retreat now, not lose too many members. We are seeing Ignite take the point, which is fine. They got the man advantage. We've got, I believe, this is going to be Kroos Derval taking a bit of damage here. Trying to get some damage into the point.
A lot of fighting actually in the tunnels here. As you predicted, it's a very, very important position. But Flush Go-Go getting killed out. That was unfortunate for them. Although not as unfortunate as you might think. But with that second kill coming out from Ignite, they're looking pretty good. By Curly getting killed out, so it's a 2v3. But that does mean that Amok really can't comfortably push with only a Pulsar and a Shotgun, I do believe. That's not a comfortable push for them at all. One play coming in there from the back. Flush Go-Go with a Meteor. Good pick for him, yeah? Let's see if they can get some. One kill coming out from both teams.
Ducky chasing them through tunnels there, not letting anyone get away. I don't know if you saw there, but the position Ducky was holding just on the very edge of that rim there. If he had a meteor, he could have laced the other team with actual just kind of AoE effect fire. But they are running a lot of shotguns here, meaning that they are quite limited to the where they can fight essentially. Choosing to fight in the kind of in tunnels in the more confined spaces, but solid hold here from Amok. They are going to be in a really good position. This is going to be a hard one to contest here from Ignite side for the remainder of this match.
It is, and they're only at 87%. They do go in to try and cap the point, but this might not be the good thing to do here, as both Pulsar and Meteor Fire coming out. Flush Go-Go Gust that does get eliminated. Robocrit does get eliminated too, and a lot of the healing has already gone for Ignite, so they don't really have anything other than the 100 health, and it's just not enough, as we can see here, as every single one of them gets killed out. Amok takes back the point, and this is probably round for them, because they don't think they can get out fast enough. One player does get out, but he has no one to boost with, so he just has no speed to get there. Just a meter out.
I think as well, if you look at the loadouts for Ignite, they were running mostly Nova Meteor, right, which is the shotgun and the kind of AoE grenade damage launcher, essentially. Now, those are great for fighting in tunnels, but if you do what Amok did right there and you fight from the open, and a lot of the times, I don't know if you saw, but Amok were actually free floating. They weren't holding onto a surface. They were just throwing themselves into the air, because if you're running Meteor, it's hard to hit, right? If anyone's free floating, that is the hardest way to hit someone. And if you're running Nova, you can't do jack unless you are right up next to them. So free floating at a distance is like the worst counter to, like, the biggest counter to Meteor players, essentially. And I think that if you were to try and do that against any other weapon, you would just get insta-killed. But against that composition, Amok, I think, played that really well, because they were not afraid to start flying off into like basically no man's land, essentially. But you can see that, as you can see, an exact example of that being that one of the Ignite players floating in there into the open, just getting completely shredded by Comet and Pulsar Fire. Can't do it against anything apart from really Meteor and Nova, to be honest, but Yeah, Amok pushing onto the point there quite comfortably. Going to be some fighting in tunnels.
Ooh, a stun coming out. That's a long time since we've seen one of those.
Yeah, it is. It's been a while, actually.
Because the for anyone that doesn't know, the meta right now, Amok taking the point, good for them. But the meta right now is to run as many heals as you can and boost out and take some kills for yourself. But yeah, as many heals as you can, because they essentially you could use them as overshields. You can essentially just have 200 approximately health per fight, not per fight, but in a fight.
Oh, great little meteor push coming in there from Amok, just locking in that last kill. Oh, attempted 1v1 there though from, I believe that was, I don't know who that was again. I think it might have been Stoti possibly. No, I don't know. But yeah,
Peculiar and Superdope actually with a lot of not meteor play and Nova play coming in here, doing a lot of damage. Actually managing to take back the point from Amok more or less themselves.
That was basically Peculiar by himself there. He actually picked off another player just before the fight as well, so he literally kind of 1v3 there to some extent, just chasing Amok down, not letting them get away. So it's going to be an even cap here. So it's going to be like, this is, although obviously Ignite have the point, this is actually a better position for Amok because they are fighting the defenders and they're going to get a pick, which is exactly what you want to see when you're attacking, and what you don't want to see when you're defending. Two people hiding in tunnels here. They're gonna get a good counter pick though. Great little play from them. I like that. I like that little strategy there.
What is happening? Ignite seems to win this out in the end. Only at 50%, but still, that was a good win for them because they looked like they were very much losing that. But Superdope with a very, very low amount of health does win it out with RoboCreator here. He needs to get back. He does not want to be out in the open because he will get killed out more or less instantly. He does get it back, thanks to a little bit of healing from his friends. But Amok setting up here, setting for a little bit of a quick take. Peculiar very, very far away from his friends. Get it? Oh, I don't know if that was Peculiar. I think that was Mr. Taylor. Still not a good position over there in the tower when your friends are in the point, and we can see here at least that one pick allowed them to go in, get another pick, get maybe a third pick here and a fourth pick there.
Oh yeah, but they're 81%. That is a good score to be on in this situation. So
it is. Yes,
Amok do get the point, but they're going to have a tough time holding this now. They can't really get the point up for another round at all at this point.
Flush just getting completely destroyed by one sniper shot there, almost getting killed out. That was quite good, but a very, very aggressive push from Ignite coming in, getting one pick, I think. One pick also from Amok, so I don't know who's what's happening. No one's
Ignite
taking the point.
leaving the point here. Ignite leaving the dang cup. This and like Amok are going to come back with a pick. This is like not a great position for Ignite here. Ducky's getting aggressive with a shotgun. The insta heal's going to come out, which will save Ignite's defensive approach here. Shotguns and meteors coming onto the point. They are going to get that locked in. They have one more person to deal with. He's going to get knocked out. So this is a good, like, Ignite only were able to squeeze an extra 3% there. So this is good for Amok. We'll have to see if they can get back onto the point in time. They're probably going to have one more attempt at unlocking this point. But I think whoever wins the next fight basically wins it at this point.
Yeah. Oh, Flush getting picked right from the start there. Superdope following him. RoboCreator getting launched into the wall as he gets killed. And it's a 2v3 now. Oh, sorry, a 2v1. As Mr. Tally is the only one left, going for a little bit of a contest. But he can't stay on the point anymore. He's going to have to retreat or else he dies. And with him, ooh, he's going for it a little bit more. But wait, the two players coming in. What is happening here? Oh, the shotgun play was just too good for Amok, so they just didn't allow anyone to come in. They were kind of drip feeding them right at the back there.
Yeah, Ignite doing a really good job there, actually. I thought they played that pretty well. They were able to squeeze a couple fights. I don't know if Amok got kind of caught off guard in one of those earlier fights. Like the first fight, I feel like they had, and then they didn't have it, but like such a small margin. I think it was one player on a small amount of health, which allowed the other two to focus fire, and it was really close game in that second one. So, but Amok, I'm not sure. I feel like in order for me to say that they were going to have a really good chance against V-Respawn in the next match, they would have had to have a pretty convincing win there. I don't know how strong they're going to be against V-Respawn in the next one, but we'll have to wait and see.
I do want to say that RoboCreator is, of course, on Ignite. I think that's more or less his team. I'm not too sure. But he is quite a good player. And he has, if I remember correctly, he has like off days and he has really good days. I think this is one of his really good days.
Okay, yeah, no, that I can believe that. That was a good showing from Ignite, and I feel like, yeah, good stuff. Which region are they from again? They are North America.
They are North America. Fun fact: Robo Creator is actually the first player I played combat with.
Oh, really? Oh, that's cool. That's nice.
He was basically the first player
awesome.
I talked to.
Yes, so that was a good game from there. So we're going to be going into, I believe, the winners semi. No, that was the winners semi-final right there. So we are going into the winners final now. So we are into the final already. That was quick.
That is Amok versus someone, right?
Amok versus Respawn. Respawn now. So we are going to be getting into that game next for you. This should be one of the hottest games of today, I think. Yeah.
Sorry,
now the problem.
Myself.
The problem Amok have had previously fighting against Respawn is Respawn's hold of the tunnels is very, very good. Like it's really hard to break it, and I don't know. It's gonna be hard to see if they can come up with anything to deal with it, because I think, as we saw again in the max with Respawn versus Kangarillas, they did such a great job of dealing with Strembitsky holding in the open by basically sitting so deep in tunnels. Now, they were also running a build that worked really well for that, like a really super aggressive Meteor or Nova build. So as soon as anyone got close to tunnels, they just win the fight. But
we almost got him in the second round. That was close.
That's a hard thing to counter. I think that there is probably a couple of builds that you could run to hard counter that specifically. But my question is whether or not the teams have figured out what that build is yet. That's my problem.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're gonna figure it out now, aren't we? Well, not
because I don't know if the answer is like your entire team running meteors, so that you can basically just keep spraying into the tunnels to the point where you do enough damage that you can just completely kill all of them, or if you run like a large number of stun grenades whereby you can stun out the entire squad in a very short period of time. I just feel like there are options there, even potentially running like throwing arc mines.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't actually think you want stun grenades. You want stun or arc mines, because then you give them the opportunity to shoot the arc mine, which is just more targets, or they get stunned. So
do you know what you kind of want? You kind of want to go around the back, put arc mines down, then rotate around the front, and then chase them into the arc mines, essentially. So that then you can try and get in a beneficial fight. I mean, that to me sounds like the best way to do it, but it's also a bit of a cheese strap. So I don't know how successful that would be, like on a regular basis.
To set up.
Yeah, that would you'd need to like have a dedicated person or someone doing that knew to spawn in a certain location, and everyone else can spawn short, which is like the open area. That's like the kind of thing that I expect to see as the season progresses. Not sure how much of that we're going to see today.
Yeah, just a second. I'll just tell the guys to invite me to the next match. Hey, if you can get me invited to your next match, that would be great. You're going up against VR Respawn. Don't think they heard me. What, did no one? Am I just talking to myself here? Well, I am.
Probably.
Hey, Devil.
Yep.
You're going up against VR Respawn.
Yes.
Can you get me invited? Or are you going in there, or?
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Thank you. That would be great. I'll get your jersey in here, and everything will be fantastic. Good game.
Ich will gar nicht unbedingt spielen, ich will einfach nur rumspielen, was lustig ist.
Yeah, I'll get you invited in there as soon as I get in.
Okie dokie diddly pokey.
War jemand so, John?
I need to cast today, Ned Flanders.
Hat jemand gesagt so, German?
Oakley dokley, neighborino.
Oh my god. That is great. Please. We gotta do a character cast at some point.
Siehst du das? Weltraum ist geil.
I mean, I say we gotta. We should. Because that would be great. Okay, so for anyone that's just joining us, we are going into we're going into the winners final here. No, yes, the winners final, not the grand final, the winners final for this Mamut Cup, which is sponsored by Mamut. We'll tell you about that in just a little bit. It is VR Respawn versus Amok. Did you just join me?
Yeah, I should have.
Fantastic. So, I'll just mute myself then. No one can hear me,
Alright,
and I'm
the
all
calling
alone.
command isn't
I
working,
can't
so
mute
what
myself.
we're gonna do is I'm gonna do Matt, Dyson,
Okay,
Tablet
I'll just say that. But yes,
What? Yeah.
we're going into the winners final here. We'll be probably going into the losers final and losers
You're
the grand final. I think we will get to do that. Of course, that will be whoever loses this versus whoever lost, whoever won the winners semi-final. We'll figure that out when we get there. But for anyone that's just joined us, this is a Mamut Cup. Now you might think, what the hell is a Mamut? A Mamut is a producer of gun stocks. They have sponsored this cup with $250 of
grips.
prizes. And grips. Oh yeah, that's right. They do grips too.
Yeah, grips and gun stocks.
They've just started production on the new. I really should find the name because it sounds cool and it looks cool. It looks really cool. It's kind of a red modular sort of gun stock.
Oh, the Mamut Apta.
Apto.
Apto.
Yeah, that's right. Apto. It
Magnetic
looks
stock.
Really cool. But yeah,
Yeah, that is cool. I want that.
MamutVR.com.
Oh, they've sold out already. No.
No, they haven't started selling yet to their
Oh, right. Okay, I see.
Indiegogo backers. I do believe they can pre-order. If you aren't one of them, they will have to. They've started production and they will start selling them in. I don't know. I don't have the information, but I'm guessing probably a month, something like that. So go look out for them. But the rest of their things are pretty cool. I've heard good things about them. So go check that out, MamutVR.com. But yeah, they've sponsored us, which is great. Fantastic.
Yeah, they look good.
Capture point.
Oh, there we go. And it looks like it is the European map advantage. So, good luck to you guys. Have a good game.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
And good luck.
Good luck, guys.
Thank you.
So, I don't want to close this down. I want to wait a bit. And open spectate.py. Thank you very much, Mateus, for making this work. Now, I think in not too long, we should probably have the spectate client being rolled out.
Oh yeah, the new one. It's very tasty.
Looked great.
Yeah, it's
Really cool.
it good. It's gonna be good.
So let's see here. That is V respawn. Hello, Nada.
Hello, Nada. Don't sully the chat now.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, tasty. Yeah, I didn't eat, like, literally, I couldn't get the words out my mouth before you started. Like,
damn it.
what? Like, every goddamn time.
Goddamn time. I tell you, man.
I behaved. No, you didn't. You literally came in and said, hi, tasty. Like, I didn't, the words couldn't leave my mouth. Nada, please don't. Before you said it. That's how bad this problem is.
Small boys in chat is just a problem. Now, maybe a few people will get that joke. I don't know if anyone will. I hope Nada will, because else I sound like a complete asshole. So it looks like we're just kind of getting set up here. For anyone that didn't kind of see it, it is the advantage to EU. That is quite important. Mob boss has arrived. Quite.
Mafia boss, I think you'll find. Level 50 Mafia. That is Nada.
Not one level 1 scrub. She's level 50.
Yeah,
Mafia.
yeah, that's
But
tutorial. Tutorial's a level 1 scrub.
yeah.
Or
Have you
Vitrix.
seen him played Apex? Ho ho ho. I don't know. He's actually quite good at that. But
you two, if you're watching this, Malaran's calling out your Apex playing, so
boom.
I would
1v1
yeah.
me in Apex.
That's
I don't
how I
know.
feel.
But speaking of 1v1ing, these teams are going to be 1v1ing each other in a game of Echo Combat. So,
The final!
The final of the winners. So we're going here for Amok getting a little bit of going for the outside as they have been for all the other times, and Via Respawn going for the inside as they have been for all the times we've seen them. Going for a very much tunnel play, very much a defensive play, but still, they have probably the advantage for anyone that's going to cap the point here, because they can go in and they can just be behind the sort of small shields and still cap. While Amok is going to have a little bit of a tougher time, but it does look like Amok is maybe winning this out a little bit. They are getting a lot of people low on health.
Oh, Meteor! Huge Meteor plays coming in here.
What is happening? Okay, Amok has 3, and it looks like Via Respawn has 2, but it looks though he is in a tough position. He does get a kill, and God's Worthless. And Kastna is getting killed out, means Amok will get the first point here.
Okay, right. I take back everything I said. That is the exact play I was looking for to counter that tunnel play. Like a couple big meteor shots coming in, some detonators. That is how you break the tunnel siege. Like, that was beautiful. I want to see more of that. But the fact that they were able to break that so quickly at the start, and then now getting pickup kills, this is a great start for Amok. Like, this is so promising for them.
Flushgo is getting killed out here. A lot of sniper play coming out and a lot of meteor play coming out. They are completely pushed off the point. They're not taking it yet though, as they do need some kills. They do get the kills, and that means a lot of time is gonna pass before Amok can come out. It's a little bit slow on the point take though.
Yeah,
so
that
get
point
too
take
much.
I would want to see a lot sooner than that. Like, Amok are going to be respawned and back in on this fight pretty soon, like comparatively. Yeah, already here. 20% is where it is at now. They're going to want to get this fight going, but they want to make sure they can get this tunnel push. They are getting a little bit of damage in. We've got one person flanking. Oh no, but a V respawn are going to call that out, and they're going to punish that. But looks like, yeah, 2 kills coming in V respawn through the tunnels. That's kind of why you can't take those fights unless you really know you're going to win them like you did before. So V respawn, solid defensive hold here. Amok not quite able to get the damage in. I really would like to see them not try and go through the tunnels at the back. I just don't think it's a worthwhile strategy of this. And splitting off for these 1v1s, it's not working. They need to go in as a 4-man, and they're just getting flanked left, right, and center here. I think they're just going to get taken down again. Another solid hold from V respawn.
He might have a shot here. Come on,
he wants to die at this point. He should have just died. Like, probably tried to get himself killed soon of it.
Oh, it still says Ignite. Oh, thank you for that. I'll just fix that real quick. There we go. Thank you for that graphic. Good name, by the way. So, Amok coming up here.
Oh, beautiful meteor shots coming in from Stoti there, I believe. Oh, no, Flush Go-Go, sorry. That was from Flush.
We're already at like 85%. Amok is trying to take the point, and that's not what they want to do. They want to kind of contest it, because if they take the point and die now, it is going to be a rough one for them. Everyone getting killed out. 3v1 here. This round is going to go to VR Respawn with quite a decisive take. Yeah, just Ducky getting chased out.
There was such a great play at the beginning. I kind of feel like they had the answer at the start, right? They got the perfect answer to that kind of the holding in the tunnels, and then they tried to change it and do something else. And I don't know why. Like, they had the answer, just keep using the answer. If they keep wanting to play that tunnel strategy, keep doing that. Like, sitting in the front, getting some meteor shots into those kind of those little doorways on the left and right hand side and at the back. Get enough damage in, and then when you force the other team to group, you just go ham on them and just get a load of picks at the same time. Like, that was the answer that they had in the first round before the point unlocked, but it was just kind of a one thing. They didn't do it again, and I want to see more of that, because that is the exact answer they need for this.
They blew their load early and they couldn't get it up.
Yeah, exactly.
All 3 people pushing out of the opponent's tunnel here.
This is your fault, Nada. This is all your fault.
Respawn getting some kills for themselves, getting some picks. It is 2v4 here. It doesn't really matter yet because the point hasn't unlocked, but it still shows quite a bit of power, as Virgil would say, from the Respawn.
Solid flank here coming in from Amok. They might be able to get a pick from this. Oh, this is looking good for them. This is going to be a solid pick. Oh, one person really low. Ducky's so low. They're both low now. They cannot lose. Oh, I think they did get enough out of the enemy team there. V respawn is so low. They just need someone to finish this off desperately. They're going to heal up, though. This is not going to look good for Amok. V respawn able to get a group back together, do enough damage, push Amok off the point. Oh man, they just able to get away so close to the point. Yeah, sorry, the point.
Yeah, the point had just, like, it's only 11% and they're already attacking it again. Via Respawn did not, I mean, they have been very sloppy with getting their points. They need to be a lot stiffer. I don't know what's the antithesis of sloppy. They need to be that. Codsworth and Flush Go-Go both getting killed out, which means Amok will get the last kill here for themselves. Only 11% for Via Respawn. Not enough from how strong they were in the first half, but it does it's good for AMOC, I think.
yeah. Stoty did a fantastic job there of actually sitting on the point for so long to stop those points going up, because the only two people defending there had meteors. But another flank coming in here from V Respawn, gonna get some good damage in. And although he might get punished with this with the shotgun, he is gonna get punished. This is a great defense here from AMOC. They are gonna lose two members now. The shotgun's coming out from V Respawn, able to do enough damage to get enough contention on this point, and they are going to take the point in the end of it. That was a really messy fight there, and that was, I believe, actually V Respawn losing out a man at the very beginning. So the shotgun's coming out big for V Respawn. V Respawn seeming to run dual shotguns, dual meteors at the moment. That seems to be their loadout of choice, and I haven't really seen anything punish them for that kind of the same thing over and over again.
No, you need to be on point. This is a game of rock, paper, scissors almost. You have to counter every loadout you see, because then you'll probably win the fight. The loadouts are very, very important.
Shots coming in. Double pick there from the tunnels. They tried to get into the tunnels and get aggressive there, but they didn't get enough damage on the back line. Shooting into a group tunnels is fine, but you don't want to overcommit. As soon as you overcommit into these tunnels, when you aren't clear from behind, you end up in the exact same situation that the enemy's in, and that's what they want to do. They're running Novas and Meteors. You do not want to get multiple people in a confined space. That is a really bad position to be in. So, yeah, it's not easy, but it's so close to them having an answer. I so hope they can get over the line with it.
Frustrating.
I know,
it looks like they are going for it again here.
Good meteor into the tunnels. This is going to be good for them. They are going to get a pick. This is perfect. This is exactly what they should have done. They juggled the right, and they are going to get multiple picks here. This is really good for them. They need to get these last 2 kills. They're going to get one more, and they are going to mop up. Great stuff. I think AMOC are starting to figure this out. Now the question is, can they do enough to stay in this game now and follow this draw into next round? Because VR Respawn so far, apart from maybe picking up a Comet, have not switched from their dual shotgun meteor loadout. So, yeah, I don't know. They're pulling down through tunnels here, trying to get aggressive on this back player, trying to stop him from coming to the point. So really aggressive shotgun play here from V Respawn and AMOC though. There's going to be picks left, right, and center. This is a lot of opportunity for single player, and this is actually going to be some picks. Oh my god, AMOC might actually save this. This is going to be a fantastic win from them if they can get the last member out. All they really need to do is cap the point now. They're going to get another good 20% off of this rotation, so they just need to stay alive, heal up, get ready for the next fight, and they need to win one more of these, and they'll be in they could take this round.
They are in a good position to take this round, and they need it, because if they lose this round, they have lost the game, because it's best of 1. So they do need to hold on to this. It's now 88 versus 86%, so they're looking great. Whoever wins this fight is gonna win out the game. Ducky Flush both getting killed, Vexy getting killed too, Devil is getting killed too. So it's only one player left for AMOC. Stoty, he needs to go.
Stoty just needs to stay alive, and he needs to stop this point. Yeah, no, Stoty is doing exactly what he should be doing right now. He's stopping them from getting points on this. This is really good from Stoty. Just needs to keep this up as long as he physically can, and that is just long enough for a teammate to get in. This is just enough time. Oh my god, can they survive it? They've got teammates coming in with heals now. This is big for them. Can they get enough damage on the point? This is a 2 versus 2. Whoever wins this wins the game. But this is going to be a big deal. There's not enough damage here coming in from Derbil, but Ducky's going to be able to claim it. This is going to be AMOC taking this. I think this might be the game. Oh my god, fantastic recovery from AMOC. Able to answer the tunnel lock-in from V Respawn. They need to get this kill quick though. They can't give them time. And they're going to get the point. Oh wow, fantastic play from AMOC there. Able to keep it going long enough to able to recover that match and just... I mean, right, they've got an answer. I'm excited. Someone's got an answer for it. So I want to see that answer next round every single time they try and do that hold now. Yeah, good stuff from them.
Just to be clear here, of course, we are both from Europe, so of course we do like we like AMOC because they are European, but also I quite enjoy the underdog story, and VR Respawn has been very much on the top for a long time. They've won out versus AMOC most of their kind of clashes, so I'm always happy to see the underdog win, and that's kind of what's happening here if they can continue it for this round too. Now they are not being as aggressive as they maybe should.
Yeah, so far no one's really had an answer for VR Respawn's kind of really solid hold of the point. They're going to get some early picks early on. This doesn't matter too much because there's going to be some time to reset. Some trades coming out left, right, and center here. I can see the top there. But Yeah, so the thing is, no one's really had a good answer for the respawn strategy of running this super aggressive tunnel composition. So, to be honest, I'm just really excited to see a team be able to break that and to shift it around, because by breaking it, that's how they kind of ensure that this doesn't, like meta develops, basically. So it's a really good sign.
Ooh, Vexy getting killed out here.
Oh!
But most of the players from Amok getting killed out. It's now a 2v2. As one
the
player from
detonator!
outside.
The clutch detonator there from, I think it was Derval, actually.
Kasnas here. Oh, he does heal himself up, so it's now a 1v2. Most players are probably going to spawn out before this match, before this fight is over. But Amok does get the point. Kasnas getting couched out here. Vexy coming in from the back with a shotgun. Let's see if he can get any kills. He cannot. Derval will go down. 2v2. And Amok is holding onto this point for dear life. It's a 3v2 as one person I didn't see in the back, so Vitman gets killed out. Holy hell, they are holding onto this point for dear life.
Okay, now Amok are rotating around. This is really good. I like this from them. This is a good way of dealing with this. Now that they have an answer to V respawn, they're just gonna keep doing that answer and over again. If they want to push up tunnels, like, buddy, you take those tunnels. Like, you take the point, you take those tunnels, and then we will come and fight you in the tunnels, because we now have an answer to how you're trying to play. This is great from them. I love this approach. They're going to take the point, and now they're going to get some picks. This is exactly what Amok want to do. This is perfect from Amok. Right, they've just got to try and pick this fight now. It's a 3 versus 3. They're moving on to the point. Hopefully they don't get too over-aggressive here. They're getting some damage in. They're getting enough damage in. There should be another pick. Oh, so many people
so
low.
close. One shot, and he is getting out. Oh, Vexy just getting healed up here. He is just so low, but no one getting killed out. Oh, sorry, one get killed out, and it's 2v2 now. They need to get this point, but they don't. Actually, it's just Stody just needs to get that last kill, and he will with a great meteor shot, almost dying out himself. Oh my god!
That was a clutch from Stoty. That was a huge deal for him, because knocking out that last member gave his team position over this point, and with everyone dead with high respawn timers there, that was a huge amount of possession he's just gained his team.
Yes, and that was just a great shot.
Oh, good 1-for-1 trade there. That was a good 1-for-1 trade from them. Now, Amok do have a little bit of leeway here. Hopefully they don't get too over-aggressive right now and lose out another bunch of members. They really need this squad now to win the rest of this fight. They're going to trade 1-for-1s here. They kind of want to pull back a little bit. I would like to see Stoty pulling back here. He's going to get some more damage in, though. Stoty is doing a huge amount of work here, and he's going to be setting up picks for his teammate. This is going to be Amok taking the point again. Can they get this last member, though? This is a big deal. This last member needs to go down. He needs to go down for Amok to take this point, and he is. And he is. So this is going to be Amok taking possession. This is looking really good for them. They just need to keep this up a little bit longer. They're so close, 65% now. I don't know, but it seems to be that V Respawn have completely abandoned their strategy of going through tunnels at this point. Like their tunnel holding position has they just completely given up on it, or they've switched it entirely. Amok getting really aggressive out here onto the open. Are going to lose some players. I don't know if this is going to work out perfectly. Oh no, the last meteor shot. Oh, just Stoty.
Stoty's just doing a lot of work. Oh, he's almost dead, but he's going in anyways, getting a little bit of heal. Oh my god, only one person left here, 79%. And that's high respawn timer, so they have a lot of time before anyone actually comes to fight them. They're probably going to get this to 95%, maybe even more. This is looking grim for VR Respawn. This is the winners final, so they only need 5%. Oh, an attack coming in from VR Respawn. Get a pick from the start. Only 3 players, though. And a great couple of kills. It's a 1v1 here. Vitman versus Flush. Flush only has a meteor, but so does Vitman. It's a kind of a weird, awkward fight. Vidman almost gets down. He gets picked. NA does not win.
Flush. NA does not win. That is very true.
Yeah, wow, GG's coming out. Great play from Amok. And I think you said it perfectly there. I'll just put it into a meteor metaphor for you.
Yeah.
I think because VR Respawn has played rock, paper, scissors, and they've only used scissors every single time. And we've finally seen someone pick rock. Now they don't know what to do.
Yeah, that was fantastic from them. I knew what Amok had to do going into this to try and break that siege. and they just did it by the skin of their teeth in one of the early rounds, and then each time they had to execute that over and over again, they got better at doing it, and for every single time they had to implement it, they got better and better, and towards the end where they just basically kept winning those fights over and over again, which is fantastic to see. I'm so glad to see a new, like, an answer to an existing meta that's been around for a couple times now when we've seen the Dyson games. So it's good to see, and it for me, I think that shows that we've got a meta that's starting to develop here, right? Like, that is the first time we've seen that strategy that's been used for, like, I think the last 3 or 4 cups with, like, really defensive tunnel holding from V-Respawn actually be broken. So I'm really happy to see that's happened here today.
Yeah. So that does mean that V-Respawn will be going into the losers final here.
You are now
so
no, it's best of 3. Like, all the finals are best of 3.
Oh, all the finals are best of 3? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Great, more great games. That was really close. But yeah, for anyone on stream, it is apparently best of 3. Thank you very much, Flush. I don't want to mute the lobby. So we'll be going into the next one, which means that the VR Respawn will have the ping advantage here. Oh god, I just hit myself.
In the second round.
Payload.
Payload?
Wait, payload?
Third round
Payload?
will be
No, surely not.
Third round, that will be the map that we didn't play, so combustion in this case.
Oh, cool.
What's happening?
How have I missed this in the rule? Okay, so thank you very much, Flush. I will just mute myself. Thank you. So, for anyone that didn't hear, apparently the rules that I'm gonna be honest, I haven't read up on them. I thought they were quite standard rules. Apparently they are not. Well done, Ducky. Because I think we both want to see some more payload, and that's exactly what's gonna happen. So they pick a map.
Oh god,
for
it
the
is.
first
It
round.
is.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
They pick a map for the first round, then they choose payload on the second round, and if there is a third round, they're gonna have the map that haven't been played yet. So that's combustion. Oh shit.
Oh, so this will be really interesting then, because payload is a very attack favored map, and I believe this is without the changes that have been made that are coming up to Echo Combat with the slow payload timers. So we're going to see. I mean, really, this is a game of who can break the defense. To be honest, I don't know if
you're not in there yet.
Oh no,
you use one of my old invites.
Yeah.
But yeah. Payload is. It is so reliant on efficiency, and Via Respawn have, I think last time we've only seen this once. Via Respawn did really well. Ooh.
Defense squad ready.
Damn.
Yeah, I think
there we go.
What we saw last time is that I think as you say, it's efficiency. It's having strategies in place, and I think what we saw there from Ducky's team and Amok, there was the efficiency of having a strategy and using it, and then countering those strategies. Now, the reason why both those teams got to that point in those matches was because they had strategies that they implemented. So they knew, okay, they're doing this, so we do this. And they were very efficient in doing that. There was no kind of hand-holding of sitting around waiting, like, oh, do we get a pick? Do we not get a pick? Whereas that's because there's been a lot of practice that has gone into the capture the point game modes, whereas not the same level of practice has gone into payload because of how attack favored it is, and there hasn't really been a competitively viable for the last couple of weeks. So it's going to be really interesting to see how the next match develops. I think this will come down really to which team has a strategy, or has a semblance of a strategy, because that will be the difference. I think that there's strategies for the capture the point maps, especially Dyson. There isn't really one, I would say, for payload as far as I'm aware. So we'll have to see which team's more effective with this. And this kind of free-for-all style, I would say.
There we go. I will just use this slight pause to do stuff. I'll be right back, is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
I should have invited you, so you should...
Yeah, oh, no, I'm already joining. Yeah.
Good. Fantastic.
Ooh. Good luck, guys. Well played in the last round. That was very good. I thoroughly enjoyed watching that. You figured out how to beat the tunnel defense, which is nice. Finally. Yeah. Right, okay, good luck in the next game, and I'll see you in a bit. Okay. And I'll load up my own spectator client, and we should be getting into the game short.
And I should point out now, we said efficiency here, and we didn't say it in any of the other sort of other games, and there's a good reason for that, because this comes down to how much time is left. If both teams win, it's about who has the most time left. That's who wins. So you want not only to get to the end, but you want to get to the end fast, and you can do a lot to improve on that. For example, if 3 of your team members die, you need to go out and die. You can't die 5 seconds afterwards, because that's 5 seconds you don't have in the end. So you have to be efficient. You have to think about efficiency, and you have to think about how can we sort of mess with the efficiency of the enemy team. You don't necessarily want to get all the kills. You just want to have them have as little time as possible in the end.
Yeah, and I think as well that with the loadouts you'll see from both teams is that the attacking team will have a preference loadout that will enable them to get aggressive. Now, I think the difference will be that the defenders, a lot of the time, the defenders can just get away with sitting back, and it's down to the attackers to come to them, because it's actually the attackers that are the ones that dictate how much time is left on that clock at the end of the round. So it's although the attackers almost always win, it's more about whether or not how quick the attackers are, essentially. So I think that's going to be really interesting to see how the teams deal with this. So actually, out of interest, who is the attacking team in this situation? I believe it is...
The attacking team is always the orange team. So it is AMOG.
Right. Okay, correct. Okay, cool. So
and AMOG has the ping disadvantage here.
Oh, do you mean... Are you sure? Are they not defenders in this situation? They are defenders. Yeah, they're out in the zone already.
No, AMOG is...
No, the game hasn't started. Right, okay,
yeah,
I
the game hasn't started. No, the orange team on Payload, the orange team is always the attackers, and the blue team is always the defenders.
Out of interest, do they like coin flip for the sides, out of interest? Do you know?
Probably.
Because I'm just thinking, because obviously this is a very attack-favored map, and as far as I'm aware, they currently don't switch sides, right?
I think they do switch sides. I don't think it would make sense if they didn't switch sides. Oh wait, do you mean server sides?
No, as in switching. Like you run the payload for both attack and defending.
I think you do switch sides. I'm pretty sure, because it wouldn't, as you just kind of described. I don't think it would make sense if they didn't.
Yeah, I'm just wondering whether or not they flip it, because I don't know. Well, because I know we're actually talking at the moment with Rad about the what options there are in terms of like the updates that are happening with the payload map. So, and I know that one of the things they were talking about is actually doing a flip on it, and I'm not exactly sure what that entails exactly, but I know it's being discussed, so I'm not sure. But anyway, regardless, I think we're going to see both sides going at it as attack and defense, but we will wait and find out.
Hopefully. I don't know. Oh, there we go. So, I'm not quite sure who we are waiting for. We might just be waiting for maybe the coin flip, maybe something else. I'm not too sure. But we're waiting for something. So, in the meantime here, we've seen VR Respawn do really, really well. Oh, Viatrix, that's a really good question. Why was Kango What? Why were they disqualified?
Wait, they were disqualified? Oh yeah, they did. They got disqualified after they lost to V Respawn.
What?
We do not know, because they obviously Kangarillas went into the loser bracket, and they should be playing Overheat, but they got disqualified. So I do not know as to why. They might have left because I don't know, maybe they thought the game was over or something, and then they missed the next match timing. Possibly, I don't know. We don't know.
I'm not too sure.
They could have left for Echo Arena Scrims. Possibly.
Let's hope it's nothing life-threatening or bad.
Yeah.
That's all I hope for.
So we're seeing both teams set up here, yeah.
Oh, well, we're going to see one team set up here, because defenders, of course, have the priority for the setup. And we saw last time, what are they called? VR Respawn set up back here-ish on the boxes all the way. They're going for a little bit more of an aggressive setup, a setup I would see more in public games, which I'm not too sure I like, because that is very, very much... Oh no, they are feinting a setup. They're going back to setup where they usually are. They feinted that. Pretty good strategy here, because you don't want to have people know where you are. But yeah, we've seen them do pretty well with that back setup here. Let's see if AMOG has also figured this out, or if they can actually get some picks. They will get some picks out here. It is a 2v2 now, I do believe. Or a 2v3. as Amok has 3 players.
Yeah, so good. I like the aggressive push from Amok here. They got in the faces of V-Respawn and able to basically say, well, okay, we're getting out of our area, at the very least out of our goal, and they're doing a really good job here. Arcmine coming in. Oh, Arcmine from V-Respawn. They're stopping play in its tracks, but Amok are gonna be able to get this out. This is a really solid start from Amok.
That was... Okay, I'm not too sure if I'm right here. I hope I'm not right, but I think I saw maybe 3 to 4 starting snipers from Respawn, which is kind of, I think, what lost them there, because they had 1 shotgun, and that just isn't enough at all for this. Because you want to have shotguns, you want to get on that payload, you want to kill them out, because or else you could just kind of, like, crab a little bit and kind of win that out, just keep on the payload. I think that's kind of what lost them there, is they had no close-up at all.
So again, they are holding on to the doorway of this entrance here, trying to do as much damage as they can as they come through the entrance. It's working out for them. They are getting a lot of damage. They're all grouped up though. A single detonator comes through and it almost wipes the whole squad. That was almost a huge play coming in from Amok there. They are going to be going really low. I imagine they're going to have healing. They're not going to heal up until they once you take damage, after a certain amount of time, you automatically heal. If you take damage again, it does extend the timer. So as an attacker, you kind of want to extend that by doing a tiny bit of damage just to keep them from healing up. But Amok are going to be holding it. They do get a pick really early on. Meteor's coming out here, basically just saying, you want to get a group up, then we are going to punish you for it. Oh, huge! I think that was a stun grenade coming out, though, from V-Respawn. They are going to get a good defense on this point, getting really aggressive as a group. They're going to stop Amok from pushing through. Amok do have a little bit of time. I imagine they've got probably 2 more pushes on the clock to get it just a little bit further. Interesting hold here from V-Respawn. I haven't seen this before.
It is quite kind of an aggressive hold, because you think an aggressive hold would be in the tunnels, but you basically can't do that because you have a really close respawn for the in the tunnels, so you probably get killed and probably lose pretty quickly there. But they are holding it really aggressively, as then they're going in when they need to.
They do 2 picks. This is a 3v2. He just needs to knock this in. Oh, and another pick coming, and that is going to be a full team wipe though. V-Respawn holding on again. I mean, I feel like Amok just need to get super aggressive here. They need to just run out into them, and because the problem is they're trying to fight in these closed doorways where V-Respawn have an open area to go into, and I think Amok need to get out into this area to start these fights. Like, coming through these doorways seems to be really bad because they're taking so much damage in a confined space. But V-Respawn has switched up their strategy now, which is interesting.
Yeah, they're going for a little bit more of a defensive strategy, which is probably a good idea, because what we talked about last time is you don't want to wait for a pick, you want to go get a pick, and that's what Amok's trying to do now. 2 picks coming out from Amok. No, sorry, 2 picks coming out from Amok now, and it's 1v1, as Flush Gogo and Cots Worthless are the only ones left. Flush Gogo does get stunned, and he will get killed out from Cots Worthless. It's not a good position for Amok as the only...
Okay, I think Amok are going to go straight for the point here, try and get this last kill. They are going to get it. So this should be enough for Amok now to push up. Provided they can win out on these fights, they are getting the trades they need. But I think it was Ducky going way overshooting on that. Leaves his team out in the cold, and they're going to get it just... Oh, that was
little health.
Close. Yeah, Ducky just getting by on that.
And no one actually spawning in here. That's pretty good, because you can spawn in here in the back sort of tunnels and keep on laying sniper fire if you want to, and that can actually do a lot, because you can't get shot, you can't get killed in there. So if you are pretty good at hitting your shots, you can do a little bit of damage, but still a little bit of an interesting setup from V-Respawn here, and from Amok, as someone has managed to sneak in behind. Flush Goku probably has a shotgun, is probably looking to pick up some kills.
Oh, Flush, huge play here from Flush. He is going to get picks left, right, center. The thing is, can his team survive this attack from V-Respawn? It looks like he will. He needs to stay alive with this little bit extra. The insta-heal grenade coming out big, and they are going to get a full wipe from Amok. I agree that flank there from Flush, huge play. Taking out that extra member, giving his team the man advantage, and then coming back into the fight was massive. So the question is, V-Respawn have probably got one more chance to hold this. This is the last chance they've got to stop this this from going through. And I think having watched these games, we know how deadly Flush is in these areas. But that said, V-Respawn gives him cases of his own medicine and getting a nice flank in. 2v2 coming out here. This is going to be deadly. So we are currently watching. Oh, and V-Respawn will be able to successfully defend that in the last second. Such a small gap of space that needs to go left before they win. It's going to be really interesting. So AMOC are going to be desperately trying to hold on to this now.
They are waiting for a foreman though, as attacking together is what you want. You cannot attack one-on-one, especially right here because you'll just get killed. I don't know if you can see the arc mine that's on the point, that's on the objective right now. It's actually glitched and it's actually now floating away because it was being pushed by the bird. Oh. So it's going to be open space. It is going to get denied. Okay, so Stoty's seeing that straight away, just saying no. And okay, this is looking like a really solid wipe from AMOC here. Just a very assertive clear there. Just doing its best.
Solid from them.
And of course, really screeches to a halt, gets stuck in space, and is now here. That is, I think it isn't supposed to do that, the payload, but I think that's the funniest way it can end, just kind of on its side. But yeah, a really good last push there from AMOC. Really, just as aggressive as it should be, I think.
Yeah, I think. Oops.
We are changing sides, it looks like. Yeah, we are changing sides. Now it's 4v4, so we can only do it one at a time.
Okay, so AMOC getting the win there. Did you see how much time was left there?
1 minute and 4 seconds.
1 minute 4 seconds. So that is the time to beat. So the other team needs to get they need to get it to the end with more time than 1 minute 4 seconds. So AMOC have a really strong chance to hold this. This is if you on the impression that the attackers can be stopped entirely at any point during this, AMOC have a really solid chance here to try and delay this long enough that they push them past that 1 minute 4 second mark.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not too sure about in this sort of competitive play, but I do believe there are ways to completely stop. There are some key points during the map where you can completely stop an attacking team. I don't think the attackers are as overpowered as many people make them out to be. I think it's just because it's the start and we don't really practice it as much. It's very sort of in any sort of game like this, the attackers are going to be favored at the start every time, and I think it just hasn't been practiced enough to sort of mature to a point where the defenders actually know what they're doing. I think this is gonna be an interesting one because based on how the last time we saw these two teams go head to head in payload, V-Respawn's defense was I'd say much more dangerous than that, or maybe to be honest, I think V-Respawn actually played quite similar to how they played in that game right there. Did. I think the difference was AMOC in the last time we saw them were way less aggressive. They basically kind of played it slow, and I think the difference is that game they got really aggressive a number of times. They used the respawns to the maximum effect. And they basically just kept pushing, and they just kept getting it through there. So it's going to be really interesting to see how AMOC's tied up on the defensive aspect of it. Because I do remember as well, I believe AMOC also did quite a good job on defense last time they played. So I think it'll be interesting to see if, given that AMOC are doing much better on attack now, if they will also be able to stick up their defense as well as they did previously. Because I think if that's the case, and if Respawn haven't improved their attack at all on this map, then we could be seeing a really close, if not AMOC favored game. Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, it's been a long time. If I remember correctly, last time I do believe AMOC was quite a bit better on defense.
Yeah.
Just only because
their attack was I think their attack was like not great at all. Like their attack struggled quite a lot. I think that was their main weakness.
But that it was only because Via Respawn was not very good at attacking. They were quite bad at attacking because they didn't. They only waited. Yeah, but they're going for a very aggressive attack here. We don't see this too much. We see Via Respawn sort of attack where they kind of hold back, and this is exactly the reason, because you can go out, you can just get those picks, you can force those picks by boosting out, but it doesn't look like Via Respawn is actually doing that, as they're getting killed out all themselves. We have one sniper in the back supporting them.
Wait, we need to
But
So
it's just
actually,
not
I think
enough.
Amok did a fantastic. They read that push.
Wait,
Okay.
wait.
So there's gonna be a stoppage here. It looks like.
We need to restart.
So it looks like
I'm
it's gonna be
not
a
too sure on
pause. Now that's a bit okay. So we're gonna be resetting on that. But initially, I know there seems to be a technical issue, but that was the Amok read that attacking push from the attack team really well. They threw out a couple of detonators. They got the people that got onto them really low, and they just handled that, I think, really well. So good first initial kind of read on what they're trying to do there. Obviously, looks like we're gonna get a reset here. Don't know how this is going to be reset, but I imagine they'll find a fair way to do it. So we'll just have to wait and see.
Kind of resetting it and letting some time go out, maybe? I don't know. But just so you are informed, Kangaroos versus Overheat is happening.
Oh, right, it is. So that was just a misread. Okay.
No, they were disqualified. It's just happening now. I'm not too sure what happened, but you know, here we are. So hopefully they can get done, and then the team versus Ignite can get done, because then we need to see the winners final, or the grand final, excuse me.
Yeah, I would agree with you, Vitrix. It does seem like that a little bit, but we don't know what they're saying, so we can't comment on that. But we will have to wait and see. That initial push is very important, so I'm not sure exactly what happened, but yeah, I imagine in this instance it will probably be fine. But if that's probably a consideration that needs to happen for like the VR League matches in terms of what the reset rules are around payload, because I think, as far as I'm aware, it will be one of the feature competitive game modes. So
yeah, I'm pretty sure it will. That's at least what David has been pushing for, and I quite like it as a competitive game mode. But speaking of quite liking things, this push is going quite well. It's a little bit different from last time, but it's not effective like last time. It's not getting pushed back as much, as no one actually gets killed out, but Amok is holding it back. No one is on the point here, so they're just VR Respawn is just going for trying to kill out Amok.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw that, but Amok did a really interesting thing there of whenever they got a player low on the front lines, they then pulled back and put another player up front. It was a really interesting way of staggering that fight, so they're using their health pools effectively. But aggressive play with the shotgun here coming out from V Respawn are going to be able to get, it looks like, a couple of kills here. They're going to be able to mop up the defense from Amok, pushing them back, and they're going to start moving this point objective forwards. Amok pushing all the way back into the kind of the overpass area, trying to kind of reclaim that, but looks like they're going to be again losing another member. They need to try and cover themselves. They're Stoti using his own gun to propel him forwards back to his own point, so they're going to push all the way back through this tunnel here. There we go. Onto the next point. V Respawn taking the opportunity to get aggressive and into this zone so they can fight from here. I like this push from them. This is an optimal position for them to be fighting in, so this is a good play. The shotgun's coming in. They are going to get these trades out. Amok will be in a 3-2 advantage, so they are actually going to push back now. If they can wipe the remaining members of V Respawn, they need to push up. They need to get aggressive here, though. If they wait for too long, they're going to be in a really awkward position. They want to try and push up to this point now, but they are going to be holding quite a defensive line. V Respawn just getting in, getting aggressive, and yeah, very solid attack here from V Respawn. It feels to me like a bit of the wind were taken out of the sails of the Amok after that first initial successful defense, and then having it reset immediately. I'm not sure as to what the technical reason was, but I think that has kind of hurt them a little bit, because they did a really good job on that first one. And then, I mean, if you successfully defend that first push, which is so important, then, I mean, yeah, it's not great. So it'll be interesting to see how they can kind of recover from that. They've got one last big push here. They've got to delay this by a huge... They've got 4 minutes on the clock.
4 minutes,
to delay this now. So this is not going to be easy. There's some of the best chokes they've had in the game to date were in those first few areas, and V Respawn are getting super aggressive now. They are going to get good heals out. They are going to get punished for this. The thing is, Amok need to get on the point. They need to get aggressive onto the guards on the point and push it back, because it's the distance that is traveling is the main thing that they have to consider right now.
Payload returning.
Yeah. Oh my God. I'm not too sure what's happening here. It's kind of a weird, kind of a scraggly sort of push. I'm not too sure either from VR Respawn or from Amok what's actually happening. It looks like they are trying to get set up here, but Ducky gets killed out immediately, as does Devil, and it's only Stody back here.
I feel like organization has kind of gone out the window a little bit for Amok, and V Respawn are just capitalizing on that. I feel like this is so heavily based on the fact that they just got a reset like in the middle of a successful defend. Like it's just going to throw you off. So a lot of grenades coming out here. Oh yeah, they are going to save it at the last second, but they have to get 3 minutes of not letting V Respawn onto this point now. This is going to be rough. Amok need to pull themselves together. The thing is, with how V Respawn are playing, they can do this. They just need to get themselves together and pull it back, basically. But they need to have a really solid defensive line and to kind of start compressing in as and when they need to against some of these attacks from V Respawn.
There we go. Okay.
Flank here coming around from one of the V Respawn players all the way around the side. Vez is basically waiting for his opportunity to come in and try and get a flank on. If he gets this kill off, this will be big. It does look like... No, he's not going to be able to get the kill. They are getting on the point. They're getting some possession, but Amok able to get almost a full wipe here. It's a 3 versus 2 now. So it's going to be able to see whether or not they can convert this. And
Via Respawn probably wisely going back, just retreating a little bit. They don't want to die here, even though 2 of their members have died. So it's going to be a little bit while before they come out. And it looks like the last person from Amok is going to be coming out a little bit earlier than that. So they have a good defensive possibility here.
I feel like Amok should have tried to possibly get aggressive on that one there. But playing it safe, not sure how this is going to work out. They need to basically defend 3 more of those without getting traded on. And a shotgun duel there off on the side. And V Respawn, it's going to be up a man.
Ooh.
Oh no! Huge meteor plays coming out from Amok. Stoty is just carrying. He has Amok on his back right now. Both in the last game that they won, and he's getting aggressive here. I like this play from him. He needs to not try and get too far aggressive, though. He just needs to survive this out, and he is going to do so. This is great. So Amok needs to survive 1 more of those pushes. Looks like V Respawn is getting super aggressive now. They want to get this. And they're going to lose a member based on a 1v1 trade. 1 player going really low. This is going to be Amok in a 2 versus 3. This is going to be really tough for them. They are going to get their pick. This is going to be a really tough trade at the last second here. This is going to be rough. Flush go-go. Last man standing for Amok. He needs to get on the point here and stop this. It's going to go through.
People coming in from the back, though.
The respawns are coming in. Amok are going to defend onto this. They need to defend this last little bit here.
Ducky.
Oh my god, last man. Ducky, come on. You can do this, man. And there's going to be 1 more. Can he do it? Oh my god. He's going to get it.
Cutsworth are getting killed out.
Oh, the respawn's coming in.
51 does mean that Via Respawn will win this out. It does mean that this is the second round that is played, and Via Respawn won the last one. Amok won the first one, so that means we're going into our 3rd round, which will be Combustion. I don't know what happened at the start there.
I'm honestly very interested. I'm very interested to know what happened at the start, because that literally, that difference between the opening from the first attempt and the second attempt was the difference in the end of that game, right?
Yeah.
So that was literally the deciding factor. So I would be very interested to know as to why it was reset, because Amok did a fantastic job of defending that initial one. I couldn't see any player get disconnected. It seemed to be all the VR Respawn players, and I was watching them, like, they were all fighting until the end. So I don't know what happened there. But in the end, it did mean that V Respawn was able to come out understanding where Amok was defending from. They were able to come out with a much better initial attack, and they were able to convert on that rather than getting shut down in the way they were. So that... unfortunately, that did end up being kind of one of the big deciders, given that Amok were able to hold on the end there till the bitter end, actually, with 1 minute 50 seconds on the clock, which is a shame given that they did such a good job at the start. So I feel like they kind of got put on the back foot a little bit by that reset, and then it took them a little while to get back into it. When they did, they were doing really well. So yeah, rough. I'd be interested to know as to what the reset was for, actually, from the beginning.
Yeah, I would do it. It was because if I've done the math correct, I think it was 2:15 when the reset happened. So if those 45 seconds had gone by, they would have actually been equal, more or less, in time at the last second. I think. Yeah,
and I think it was also the mental tilt as well. Like that knocked onto them in that knocked onto them in the beginning of the next round, and then V Respawn was able to capitalize on that. So I feel like it changed that quite well. I think Amok did come back to it just a little bit too late, but they did a fantastic haul at the end, so you can't fault them on that.
Oh, you can, and of course, I mean, Via Respawn did play well. They did have really aggressive play. They had 5 minutes.
Super aggressive.
Oh, shit. 5 minutes and I think 21 seconds on the last point. That is quite a bit, but good on Amok for holding that, because they held that for a while. Holy hell. So, let's see. I think I'm in the right...
Joining
I
match.
am. You are not, though.
No, I am not.
The way we do this, we get kicked out the party every time. But I think you have... You can probably use one of the old invites.
Oh, yes, I probably can.
This is not as solid a setup as they probably have in ESL.
Oh, well, no. I mean, to be fair, we were using the Spectator client, which don't have that. It will be a good story.
Good. There we go. There we go. Okay. I think I am good, and you are almost in here. Right?
I am indeed.
We are in combustion, so yes, this is the third round. But do you know what this does show, though? It does show that right now, Amok is actually better than Kangarillas.
Oh,
because
yeah.
Kangarillas had a disastrous match. Well, not disastrous,
Oh yeah,
but not good.
that was a yeah. They got stomped basically. They got stomped in the Dyson map. And yeah, I have to say, like the games today have been really close. Wait, so okay, right. Out of interest, what was the reset for?
Oh, you're asking them. I thought you were asking me.
Okay, because like that was the difference. that was literally the difference at the end. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, right. No, you guys did a really good job. And a sick hold at the last second. Like it was so good. Good luck in this one. Okay, speak to you in a bit. Bye bye.
So what was it? What was the reason? Oh, he doesn't have his headset on.
Ooh, I'm back. I can hear you again.
There we go. Sorry. What was the reason, out of interest?
So apparently, I didn't quite catch the exact details, but I think they were having some tech issues from their side, and then Flush just said, "Yeah, we'll just reset." So I don't know exactly. Again, we need to clarify afterwards, but I haven't got the audio coming through my headphones, so I can only hear him over my speaker, which is like really low. So,
okay. But yeah, it does highlight that we do need some... We do need to take a look at the payload rules, because there's I feel there's quite a lot that needs to be explored and quite a lot that needs to be looked at before it's competitively ready. Because let's say...
Yeah.
Like here we had the same... We had the ping difference in the North American favor or the... I can't remember. It doesn't really matter whose favor it was in. It was the same every time. And that just... I don't feel that's fair, but still, if you want to do it the other way, it's 4 maps. So there's just a lot that needs to be done. But let's not look at that. Let's look at the next map we're going into, which is Combustion. So that is, of course, not flipped again. AMOG is blue, and Via Respawn is orange. Via Respawn have had some great things on this map.
Yeah, so I think... based on the weekend as well, North America seems to have a really good hold on this map in terms of its layout and how to defend and attack on it. So, this will be interesting though, because AMOC have played, honestly, today. I think this has been the best I've seen AMOC ever play. So I am excited to see how this next map goes down. Like they were almost going able to go head to head, even with a reset on the payload map. Twice!
A lot of problems going out of Via Respawn.
Yeah, they're having technical issues, I think, at the moment.
I think it's just the ping. That's kind of weird.
The thing is, as well, you've got to remember is that, and this is the case for the VR League as well. If you are a player and your headset, if you lose tracking on one of your controllers, it's your responsibility as a player because it's your hardware, essentially. So at the end of the day, it's resets are like a friendly thing, but if it's down to like these competitive matches, which have prizes on the line as well, these players are like playing for money in a lot of cases, or they're playing for prizes thanks to generous sponsors like Mamut. But there is a lot of important stuff on the line, and we're gonna get some really aggressive shotgun play here from V Respawn. They are basically all running shotguns, I think, at the moment. I don't think I see anything different. I think it's just shotguns.
I think maybe, unless Stody was on the sniper there, I think it's all shotguns, yeah. And that is really good for Combustion, because it is very close-knit point, and you can't really do anything about shotguns if they're positioned up correctly. Well, you can, but it's very, very tough. So we do see, I think that's Vidman on the sniper. Good choice, good choice. You want at least one sniper, I do believe. But Stoty gets killed out here. And no one from... Oh, of course, there now goes. Via Respawn gets one pick on them. They are getting 2 picks themselves. After that pick there, it's only Ducky left. So he's gonna retreat. Probably a wise decision. He's gonna be lucky if he survives this. He has very, very little health. He does just get away. No, he gets killed out in the end. Kaznas and Vexy choosing to not take that engagement on.
Yes, this is what I mean about this map. This is like North American teams need to have this map down like completely. So it is not an easy one. V-Respawn, sorry, that said, V-Respawn are able to kind of, AMOC are able to get onto the point here, but they do lose it pretty much straight afterwards. The shotgun's just coming out so big for V-Respawn. They are going to get the point seemingly though. 78%. That's going to be a hard one to defend. But as far as I'm aware as well, this map favors defenders significantly more than the attacking team, just because of how the actual point itself is laid out.
Oh, yeah.
But they need to get more members onto this point, though. That's the problem. They need people on the point, really, just trying to defend it. And ideally with arc mines as well. Yeah.
Arc mines is really good here. And yeah, it does, like, if you have the right setup, it does favor defenders significantly. I hope they change it a little bit because it is quite hard to retake. Respawn just kind of getting AMOC kind of squished out here. There's no one really on point, and it's a 2v1 here.
He's gonna block it. He's gonna block it. So the question is, oh, he's gonna get picked. Oh no, he does get another pick.
Picked out.
Now that might be long enough to initiate another fight, but no, they're only gonna have one member in the fight at the moment. The other thing is as well to remember, it takes so long to get onto the point or in a position where you can really do much on the point in this map compared to Dyson. Dyson is so much faster, and like this, you're going to see exactly the implication of that right now in the AMOC are basically just having to run on the point blind. They just really don't have a chance to do too much. There's going to be a 2 versus 3 or 4 here, and yeah, and V-Respawn are going to mop that up there. Well played from them.
Yeah. That was good because they realized it is a very, very defender-sided map. So they, well, I don't want to say defender-sided map because it isn't that bad, but it is defender-sided. So they realized they need to get in there first. They need to be on the point, no matter if it's open or not. They just need to be there because it's just such a good position to be in, especially if you have 3 or 4 shotguns. So I kind of want to see the same from AMOC, just a really aggressive fight right at the start, and whoever wins that one out probably will take the point. So I hope AMOC may be doing that because going slow on this map is just not...
Yeah, you need to be in there and fighting for this initial point. It looks like they're all running shotguns now, so this is a bit of a mix-up from them. Shotguns and pulsars. I like this composition from AMOC here. This is a good mix-up. I think this is a much stronger setup from them. I think this is this is good. This is a good start.
Let's see, we do have Devil on the point with a sniper, looks like. Again, I do like one sniper on the point or one sniper close to the point. Oh, he has a pulsar.
Oh, so a nice flank here. A great little flank here from V-Respawn. Gonna get 2 kills. 3 kills. No, 2. It's 2 kills. I think that is Vex here doing a huge amount of work from the back. I think whoever's left from AMOC here just needs to die. To be honest, they're gonna.
Oh
it's
no!
Gonna take
Flush,
too much resources.
Flush
is gonna
using
survive
that insta heal grenade. Not a.
Yeah,
good
I would have
decision.
preferred to see him die. To be honest, in that instance, because you just respawn with the rest of your team. You're not gonna lose anything, and you actually keep your tactical for the next fight. But yeah, unfortunately, it does get used up. So gonna see some damage coming in here. Onto the point. Now, yeah, so this is what... That's why the defending is so good here from V-Respawn. They see the two players split up, and their whole team collapses on one of the two groups in just a really great way. Arc Mine's coming out as well. Just like solid defense from V-Respawn. It's a hard one. Like they've got to... The problem is this is an example of a team that has obviously practiced combustion, that has their set out strategies, versus I think AMOC seems to be a bit kind of wing it almost. It seems to be.
Yeah. It does sort of like they have some sort of strategy. They're going split up every time. I'm not quite sure I like that strategy. Yeah, as one person gets killed up here. Splitting up is almost never a good idea. You want to be at least a little bit close to each other. And like this, just three players collapsing on 2. the three are gonna win. It's a GG. 2 via Respawn as they win the winners final here.
Yeah,
That
so
was,
again, really solid hold on that map. V Respawn clearly kind of like basically 100-0ing both of those. Yeah, just very solid. I feel like based on what we've seen today, AMOC have had a lot of practice on Dyson, and they did really well based on their improvements on the
tunnel hole.
Yeah, that one. The objective, basically run the objective down the middle. The flamingo payload. That's the one. Sorry,
payload.
There we go. Their improvements helped them significantly on payload. They were able to break V Respawn on the Dyson map, but when it came down to combustion, they just didn't have anything on them, unfortunately. I think, I don't know how much V Respawn has been on Dyson, because I know they were very good on their Dyson map previously. So it'll be interesting to see if that sticks up as we go forwards, because obviously some of their other stuff has kind of dropped off, but generally speaking, they held out at the end there.
They did. They had.
That was a solid defense. I mean, it's the same as Eclipse, to be honest, at the weekend. Like, North America seems to have combustion down to a T, to be honest.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let's see here. So, so that you are with us here too, Kangaroos versus Overheat is still going on. Whoever wins that will go up against Ignite, and whoever wins that will go up against AMOC. And whoever wins that will go up against Respawn. So,
oh yeah, we could have a rematch. Oh, I'd be interested to see that. I don't know. There's a chance if they go to a rematch. I think AMOC will take Dyson. I don't know if they take payload, and then I think they probably lose combustion again. So I imagine if we did get a repeat of that, it would come down to who wins payload.
Yeah.
Maybe they could lose out on Dyson. It depends if V Respawn reacts and change up their strategy, but they've used the same thing over and over again in those games, and then they struggled when they had to change. So I don't know if that would change a great deal between one round and the next, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But we're currently going to be are we going to be jumping into the next match? I guess between Ignite and then Kangaroos.
I think Kangaroos and Overheat are still playing. I don't have any invites, and I can't really go for it. So we'll probably go on to the BRB screen. But we're not going to BRB. We're still going to be here. Except we both might probably go make some tea to keep us
That is exactly what I was going
I'll get us on the BRB screen. We will be right back. It's going to be 2 minutes. You're going to be able to hear us all the way through. Yeah, 2 minutes, something like that. So stay right there. In the meantime, go check out Mamut. I haven't actually put it on here. That's my bad. Go check out Mamut VR because they have a lot of good things. Go check it out.
I'm gonna go make tea.
So yeah, I'm gonna go make tea too. I'll just post the link right here. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, go check them out. They're quite cool. We will be right back. I think I might mute it out. I'll mute myself. There we go. You know what, while my tea boils, I'm just gonna be here. There's no reason not to. I have a small apartment. I can just go out there when I hear it's finished. So, for anyone that's just joined us, and for anyone that doesn't know what this is, just give you a quick rundown. This is the Mamut Cup. Now you're probably wondering, what is a Mamut Cup? A Mamut Cup is a combat cup sponsored by Mamut VR. Who are Mamut VR? Well, they make gun stocks. They make quite good ones, I've been told. So they've sponsored this. The winners of this get, I think that's $250 worth of prizes, I do believe, which is quite a lot. Thank you very much to Mamut. They also, now, and this is, I haven't been, full disclosure, I haven't been paid or been sponsored by them at all. This is just my own personal opinion. They have a Mamut Apto VR magnet stock a sort of a modular gun stock coming up that they've started production on, and it looks so cool. I mean, it just looks like a futuristic weapon. You know, so one of those weapons that you'd see in like Apex Legends, for example. It looks kind of minimalistic, kind of like it looks cool. It's really cool. I don't know when it will come out. They just started production on it, but yeah, go check it out. Go look at them because they have sponsored it, and that's the smart thing to do if you want a gun stock. That's where you go. Oh, I can talk. I should probably be better at talking, considering I do casting quite a lot. So that might be a good thing to know how to talk. Sometimes, I don't know. We'll figure it out in the end. But it does sound like my tea has been boiled, so I will be right back. And there we go. Now what you're probably also wondering is why isn't there any music right now? Because all the other favorite streamers have music. And I agree, music is great, music is fine. Do you know what's not so easy? Copyright laws. Copyright laws are not that easy. Now Twitch has a really great thing they have. They have like a Twitch music library, where you have a bunch of music that won't get picked up by like the Twitch copyright thing, because it's basically it's royalty-free music that you can just play, and it's great. And I did that for two of the cups, I think, and then I foolishly uploaded it to YouTube. Now YouTube and Twitch aren't partners; they don't work together on this. So whatever I uploaded got completely it just shut down the audio, and yeah, the audio is kind of a bonus thing. You don't necessarily need to hear the casting, but it's quite nice from time to time, I have been told.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Welcome. I'm just talking about copyright laws, which is always a fantastic thing. I'm talking about why we don't have any music, because it gets picked up.
Well, actually, I do have a solution for this.
You do? Do you have your own music?
I don't have my own music, but I do have a service that we can use on Twitch specifically that is for free
Twitch
as well.
music?
No, completely different. But I will message you about it this week.
Well, the problem was, I'll just tell you again. The problem was, I use the Twitch music library.
Yes.
And that doesn't get picked up on Twitch, but it does get picked up on YouTube, and YouTube says no, you won't have audio for 30 minutes, I think. And as I was saying, the casting is more or less a luxury. You can watch the games without it, but I'd like to think our casting does bring a little bit to the games.
Yeah, I do think, but the thing is that my suggestion is actually a solution for both sides, because it should work for both Twitch and YouTube. So we'll have to. I'll speak to you about it this week anyway. But yeah, possible solution. But yeah, anyway, I'm currently brewing tea, so I will be back in a mo. Although it looks like Amok and Ignite are going to be going up. Ignite just.
I am in here.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That'd be
Oh,
cool.
you're already in. Oh, okay.
You guys gonna be playing like
Go to the
a
door right next to me, right here.
Yeah,
See
I
this
think so.
one?
Well, we're trying to get in a game, but we can't figure out if Ignite won the last one. The
Rematch? Okay.
I think it looks like
hit the
it's.
finding match
it's
button.
Kangaroos versus Ignite. But it does look like Ignite won it.
Oh, okay, really? Because it says that Ignite won on the bracket.
Looks like Ignite won. But, yeah, I'll just stay in this party.
Do you like to
Thank you
play
very much.
poker, my dude?
Oh,
I'm
just.
terrible.
Wait, so who won? Wait, do they even play yet? I'm confused.
It's hilarious, dude. It's just like avatars hanging around a poker table.
So I can hear people.
Okay, I'll leave it to you. I'm gonna go finish making this tea.
There we go. But yeah, that is the. Oh, I need to mute myself as well, so that I don't go and annoy a bunch of people. There we go. Yeah, so that is the long-winded explanation for why I do not have music. But luckily, I have a. I've got a friend in him, the lovely, whatever he says, the lovely ESL caster of VR Jazzy, who might have a solution. So we'll see. But yeah, no, it basically it gets muted. It's a whole thing. It's just, I mean, okay, so I looked at copyright law. Now, copyright law is weird because I was thinking about, okay, let's have classical music. Classical music can't be copyrighted, right? And it is.
It was so fun.
Oh, they actually beat Kang, cool. But yeah, classical music isn't copyrighted. But
It wasn't quite a stomp, but it
when you
wasn't
see
like-
classical music on YouTube, that is copyrighted. Why, you may ask? Well, because that was created not too long ago. Because it is only the piece of music,
It was like one giant
not
train
the
most of it.
performance. So there's that whole thing. That is, yeah, it's just a whole. I've spent so much time trying to figure it out. So I hope. I really hope. Hello, welcome back.
I have tea now.
You have tea now?
I'm very
I
happy.
do have tea. What
I'm
kind
very,
of
very
tea do you
happy.
have?
I just have English breakfast tea. There's tea, milk, 2 sugars. Just yeah,
No,
quite
what,
sweet to eat, but it's a big tea.
What kind of tea?
It's
what's the-
just breakfast tea. It's
Oh.
cool. It's basically the breakfast tea equivalent. Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Because it turns out Vidman's still in this lobby and he's
Wait. What? Hello.
Wait.
You are no longer muted.
What's happening? Sorry.
Oh, sorry. You're talking to a player.
We're gonna have to set up a new party. 'Cause,
Oh, okay.
Why are we setting up a new party?
no one's hosting here.
Oh,
Oh,
what?
okay.
I forget that you're talking to other people that aren't me.
Oh. Alright,
Well, if
I'll
you
drop
invite me,
the
that'd be
party.
great. Hell yeah. Cool.
That's a room that you
And I'll get our resident ESL caster invited.
Hey, Mullen, we beat Kang.
God damn
That
it!
was- that was
Every
good.
fucking time.
Yeah, I saw.
yeah.
We should have seen that game, but oh well.
Wait, did you stream that?
We didn't, unfortunately. We just got out
Oh.
halfway through the game, so I thought I didn't want to intrude, but I might should have. So there we go. Flash
Yeah,
go.
it felt really good. I can't tell if I'm hungry or hyped.
Are we joining them again?
I think a bit of both.
Because I'm already joining Flush.
Good. There we go. But yeah, you guys have a great match. I will go back to talking to some people on stream and my ESL caster.
You are
Yes,
now
you're
Oh,
mine now.
Have fun. Tell Drinky he's cool. For me.
God damn it!
Now, for anyone that's wondering why I keep saying things and he says "God damn it," it's because I like to push buttons. That's it. That's
It's
why I'm
very
production here.
Very frustrating.
Sorry, man. Just watch some of the. No, I won't. It's about to do it again, but I'm not that much of an asshole. Oh, hey, Jesse.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
I hope you didn't punch anything expensive.
I know. I punched the mic. But
Oh, okay.
apart from that,
We
Wait,
just
give
heard
me-
a.
give me host.
Doom.
yeah, that was.
Was punched off.
Flush.
Oh.
So, Dove's got a relog because the last party got taken out. So he can't actually. He's in
That
the
is
old
very
party
funny.
with Vidman, and we don't see him on the friends list.
Oh, I forgot to put sugar on this. God damn it. Okay, BRB.
Did he just call me Boop?
Can I get host?
I said BRB.
Oh, okay.
Don't. You'll offend Boop. He's listening.
We're waiting.
Or he will get angry.
You will get.
He will
very
definitely get angry.
Will be very, very upset. Oh God, everything's just going fantastic. There we go. But yeah, so it looks like, for anyone that's again wondering, it looks like we are going to see the Team Ignite
He got
versus Team AMOC.
He's joining.
Just setting that game up.
what
Since
match we
Ignite
played
was
first?
one
This is
against
the
Kangaroos,
final.
Kangaroos does seem to have a little bit of a weird day today, because they.
Like, it's if we both
Well,
agree.
I mean, yeah, they had a little bit of a weird day today, and
Hold on, my
I
cat.
think Ignite's probably the favorites. Sorry, Gorillas is probably the favorites versus Ignite, but they did win it out. Ignite have been doing pretty well, so there's that. But we're going to see AMOC versus Ignite, and after that, whoever wins this is going to go up against VR Respawn. So we might see another AMOC versus VR Respawn. We might see an Ignite versus VR Respawn. For this, I would like traditionally I would say that probably Ignite is gonna lose this, but they have been doing really well
Pick
today.
disappeared and apparently is no longer.
So I don't actually know. I'm kind of afraid to say either one because yeah, Ignite have been doing really well, but so has AMOC. AMOC has also
back.
been doing really well. Oh, hello.
Hello.
So I don't actually know who will win out in the end.
So that's our tills.
For what?
Oh, you're not in the party. Okay, I will just invite you.
Because you guys got hosts.
Oh yes, please. Pretty please. And we are going to be watching.
Yeah, we're going to be watching Amok versus Ignite.
Oh, so they did beat Kangarillas.
They did, which is
Fair enough.
I just went over the whole thing of it does seem like Kang has had a bit of a weird day today.
Yeah, I wouldn't judge it, as we said at the beginning earlier on the stream. I say I wouldn't judge them, to be honest, particularly on their performance today, because obviously Strem played at the IM show match just over a week ago, meaning he hasn't been training with his team since, and it is still technically off season, given that they wouldn't have known about the season starting until like last week, essentially, where Strem would have been practicing. So it's all not last week week 4. No, it is last week. Jesus, I've got time.
It is last week. Yeah, you won't.
Oh god, it is last week. It's really strange. It's so weird. It's super weird because this time last week, I was sat in a warehouse for the IEM after party that happened the day before our event that was sponsored by VR League and Oculus. It was insane, and it was literally this time last week. I was getting off I had already got off my plane in Krakow, and I was driving to the after party where there were players from every top team in the world, like in terms of CS:GO. Like they were literally the best teams around the world there.
Oh, cool.
FaceTime, literally every team that was there at the event playing was there in some way, shape, or form, and it was insane. So really weird that it's just been a week.
It is kind of weird, but I've sent you about 30 invites.
Cool. Sound. I'll try to get one.
Okay. No,
I got one.
I got him. Hell yeah. Wait, you only got one?
Can you invite Dope?
No, I just pressed one. I mean, it successfully accepted one of them.
Okay, there we go. You're missing a guy, right?
Yeah, we're waiting for Dope. He's having trouble with invites.
Oh, okay.
I'm the guy. Oh no, I'm not.
Oh, he's the guy.
Can you switch teams
I'm the guy.
so we can get on this one? Can you switch over?
I'm subbing in for you guys, right?
What?
We need him. He's joining in. So.
Oh yeah, of course. I think.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
there
gonna
we
need
go.
you guys to hop out so we can switch over.
You know what? I'll just quit out the game. Shoot, go ahead. I'll be right back.
We didn't want you to disconnect.
I smell like beer. There we go.
I'm shooting your dead body, and you've gone. Oh.
What? Oh. You
Hello.
made a weird amount of kind of death threats.
Sorry, I can't hear you guys. I'm really sorry. Coming through my desktop thing. All I can do is like wave and do like hand signals. Oh, leave. Oh yeah, okay. No, I was just gonna play. I mean, I was just gonna. I felt like actually getting involved this time. Okay, right. I'll go. Bye. Have a good luck.
You've been a trainer long enough.
Right. Okay, I am out.
What's wrong with me?
Look at these nerds. I agree, Taco. I agree.
Oh, there we go. Now I am actually great. Everything is fantastic except for the names. The names will be switched right now.
Do it.
And
now.
some of you may have said, "Hey, you had like 10 minutes. Why didn't you do it before then?" And to that I say, shut up.
Oh man.
Yeah, we can see your hands. You need to restart. That's what we did. You need to restart.
Oh no.
What's wrong?
You need to restart. Like we can see your hands through walls because he switched team from our team
Oh
to your
shit!
guys.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, right. So that was what. Okay, right. Did you hear that? Did you?
Yeah.
Right. So that was actually the issue that they had in the last round. Right. That was the same
Okay.
problem they had with V respawn. So that must be a visual bug that we are not aware of. David's answer is you don't restart, just kill yourself. David, I mean, I understand, but I mean, can we not give that message out to people, please? I mean,
Out of context quotes.
yeah,
My
yeah,
God.
that is. I'm sorry, but you do realize I'm screening that right now.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, that's going in the
David.
library.
David, we understood what you meant, but holy shit. that's a
Phrasing,
good one.
phrasing.
Phrasing. We're not doing phrasing anymore? don't need to restart. Just kill yourself.
Oh
Jesus.
god.
Well, I mean, I might try that. Jesus.
That's being saved. There we go. Print screen.
So,
Thank you.
Well, I mean, it's dev advice. What are you gonna do? So, going in here, AMOC doing their usual thing of not going in on the point, as we have started here. AMOC, yeah, just doing the thing of not going in on the point. They're just kind of sitting outside. Probably a really, really good decision for most of the time, because you don't need the point, and you generally have a better position outside the point than you do inside on the point, unless you're via respawn and unless you're AMOC against via respawn, because AMOC has finally figured it out. So, 3 players in the
I think as well, just to remember here, is I think this is something you'll see AMOC here. They don't care if they die at this point. They just want to waste the tacticals of the enemy team, right? That's their main thing they want to do right now, because whoever wins and takes this point right now, it doesn't matter that much. Ideally, actually, it's the team that caps it is in a worse position than the team that doesn't. And the points can be unlocked, and they're just going after the player. This is actually the right thing for them to do. Now they're going to double back and cap it. Oh no, sorry, no, I take back. AMOC is going to go. Yeah, so see, this is what I meant. Like, neither team particularly want to cap the point right now, because as soon as they defend it, they are in a disadvantage for respawn, so they just want to fight. This is just becoming an all-out battle, left, right, and center. AMOC are gonna get this though. They're gonna take the point. So we're gonna get the team names right as well. Don't worry, we're getting.
No, it's now right, especially for me. So Ignite does take the point after a little bit here. Only 7% gone over to AMOC, but not really that bad of a position for AMOC, as both Mr. Tally and Pycule get. No, sorry, both Mr. I think Derval and Pycule gets killed out, but it is Pycule who will be on the losing side of that engagement, as he has twice as long before he can get out too.
Yeah,
so,
a bit of a messy start here from AMOC. They should, I believe they should. The thing is, as we don't have our lovely spectator mode, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, Brad David, we can't tell what tacticals are up and which aren't. So we can't comment on who has the advantage fights. However, we are expecting this new fantastic mode very soon. AMOC is going to get the point. They are very low though. This is a really awkward situation to be in. They're getting, remember, chased down with the Nova, and this is a good fight from Ignite's side. This is a strong start from them. I think AMOC need to kind of regroup, and they need to kind of get their bearings again, because they've been a little bit disjointed in this fight. Not what we've seen from them throughout this cup. So I hope that they can kind of pull it back a little bit, regroup, and kind of come back to it again a little bit more aggressively. Oh, saying that, as soon as I say that, they get aggressive and fair. They need to not overcommit here. They need to just keep, they need to keep getting aggressive, but not too aggressive that they start losing members, as they just did there. It's a 2 versus 1. I think they're going to try and get this. They should be able to here. It's looking a bit awkward though. I mean, Ignite did a fantastic job. Who was that? That was Mr. Robot.
I think that was Robo Creator. Yeah, that was Robo Creator.
He did a fantastic job of pulling away from the point and doing some damage at the same time. So good work from him. He's not going to rotate round.
A little bit of a flank here, a weird flank, but so does Flush Go-Go, as he gets 2 kills for himself, more or less.
That's
pretty good. 2 people coming in from the back here. Ducky very, very low. He can't help in this fight, but it's only Peculiar, super dope. I do believe
this is the kind of reset that this is the kind of reset that AMOC needed, that they want, because then they're going to start rotating out into open. Perfect from them. So yeah, this is the kind of thing that this is the more comfortable position they want to be in. Let the other team move on to the point, and they're gonna start losing members. So this is just good play from AMOC here. This is just very well done from them. We're seeing some aggression here from Ignite out into the open, trying to push up with shotguns. This is just no man's land here. They need to, from I think that was super rope, and he's just gonna get caught out. They are gonna be running healing. They're gonna get really aggressive here. Moving on to point, AMOC are going to try and pull away, let them cap the point, get ready for the next fight. So perfect. 85%, let them cap, re-engage. Perfect play from AMOC. They're getting a flank here, though. He's not going to be seen. This is going to be huge if he can get his hands on a player. AMOC is just out of reach, and oh no, he does get it at the end. He does, he trades, so that's not that bad. AMOC doing a good job of recovering on that. But because of the respawn timers, AMOC going to be in a good position here. They are going to get the first kill out. They just need a second, and then they will be good. This is just everyone low health. No one was... And they're going to get it.
God.
They're going to get it just in time.
I do want to highlight Derval here. He is doing something that not a lot of competitive combat players are doing. He is using a Pulsar, which I am so grateful for, because I love the Pulsar. I think it's a great weapon. But also, one thing I do want to highlight is Robo Creator. Excuse me while I talk. they win. Amok, good first round there. But yeah, Robocrit is, I think, one of the best Meteor players I've seen.
Oh yeah, he was doing some really good play there. I mean, I think his positioning was actually better than his actual Meteor play there. Like his rotations and his pulling away from the point when he needed to. Really good stuff from him. Amok doing a really good job of coming back into it though. They seem quite comfortable at the end. And as you say, Pulsar, the machine gun essentially of Echo Combat, sorry, really important gun actually as part of a team composition, because it gives you a solid damage output over a period of time. So when you get these times where there is a person with 1 health about mid-range distance, they are the perfect weapon to clean up with. Like it's the cleanup gun basically. It's what you use to clean up a squad, and that can be the difference between you winning an engagement or them getting away, healing up, and coming back and killing you. So it is actually a really important part that also works close range. So it is a gun not to be underestimated. I actually have to say, I think the balance right now for the guns specifically is really good. Like the balance for the Comet, Meteor, Nova, and everything else is really good at the moment. I do think, however, that the tacticals and grenades probably are the ones that are going to get like kind of future balance changes on, largely down to the healing. We're getting some good picks here from Ignite, though. They are going to take the point. I'm hearing people screaming. Did you hear that as well?
That was Robo. I don't hear what he was screaming. I had a sound bug on my end. It said point contested constantly. I'm not too sure. I think that was Robo Curtis screaming something. I'm not too sure, but it does look like Amok is trying to go in for a little bit of an early push here.
So this is the kind of strategy that V Respawn pulled out, trying to hold defensive in the tunnels. Amok are going to capture the point before getting the fight. They need to get these fights first, not after. That is the big problem with this play. But they are going to be able to do a trade. They're going to pull around out, but this awkward position. You've got a Meteor player there in front of you that's going to be able to juggle you a bit.
Now, you know what? Okay, so this is kind of an interesting fight, but you know what I actually do want to see from this this whole thing? I kind of want to see Ignite win this, because that means we have another contender for the North American finals. Actually.
Yeah, I mean, that said, I know we were talking about before about the top 3 teams we think in the North America region and how it's kind of be pretty hit or miss as to which one wins. Based on today, Ignite, it could be in that top 3. So when we said top 3, it could be 4 at this point. 4 teams that could all win it potentially. I have been impressed with Ignite this round. I think they need a little bit more practice, but technically speaking, they've been very good. I think it's more their team playing rotational seems to be the only thing that's potentially lacking at the moment. But aside from that, they've been really solid. I mean, they're going head to head with Amok here. Amok pulling onto the point, trying to capitalize on these players in tunnels. They're going to get 2 picks, 3 picks, all 3 players going into the tunnels. It's so risky. Oh man! As soon as I see any group of players like get into that area, that's the potential where you're like one person can kill all 3 of them immediately, like with no reaction time with a detonator and a Meteor play. Like it's so risky to see, but yeah.
Actually a really good position from Ignite here. They have just positioning themselves behind those shields. One of them does get killed out. That means it is a 3v2 here, but they are in quite a good position, although one of their members is trying to get in, spawning from I think the wrong place there, and that's gonna get him killed. Now it is still a 2v3.
Oh, good pick there from good pick there from Ignite, but and another good play. This might be enough for keeping Ignited live. We don't know. And sorry, they're going to lose it as soon as I say that. Amok are
gonna lose it,
and they're going to lose it. And this is going to probably give them one more attempt at pushing onto this. I think I would ideally like to see Amok pull off of this and let them take it so that they can guaranteed get a reach around. But
a reach around.
Well, yeah, okay. I meant a flank, but you know what I meant. Like, don't sully this. Come on.
Okay. So Mr. Tally going for a bit of probably a good decision there to go for the insta heal grenade, as he was very, very low on health, and this means this is a 3-on-1. Not the best position for Amok. They did try and go for the thing you said earlier by letting them get the point, but they just only have 1 player alive, and that is
not left. Is he gonna get away?
Oh, he gets killed out.
Perfect there from Stoty, I believe. Oh, sorry, Ducky even. That was Ducky. Yeah, good play from them. I mean, that pick's been quite important coming to this fight. Amok just need to get aggressive now. They should be in a really good spot here. Heals coming out left, right, and center. They are. Oh, the Nova plays here are huge. But yeah, those heals. As soon as you see that many members coming at you with heals active, that's kind of like, oh, that's gonna be hard.
Oh damn.
Really hard, yeah. It like that's when you go into a fight, and if you don't have the same answer to that, you just lose.
Yeah, you just more or less fucked. I'm not actually sure because this is the loser's final.
Yes.
Flush Gogo did say every final is gonna be 3 rounds. I'm not too sure if he meant the loser's final as well. Maybe he did. And if he did, this is the first round of potentially 3. We're gonna see a payload map after this. If it is not, we are going to see Amod.
Oh no, it is. It is.
Respawn.
It is. All finals are played in the best of 3 format in the same way as this.
Okay, so that's actually pretty good. Both because we're gonna be seeing more games, but also because we're gonna be seeing more payload, and I do quite like payload. I quite enjoy that game mode, despite a lot of people for some reason not enjoying that payload.
Yeah, I think to be honest, I think the only reason people don't necessarily enjoy it as much as the capture the point maps is because I feel like the capture the point maps are so perfectly balanced right now. Dyson especially, it is so dependent on the team play, and it's down to individuals and teams doing what they do. There isn't like a preference. You're like you don't do better or worse on one side or the other because it's like a mirrored essentially matchup.
Yeah.
Combustion has been very much that, like, I don't think it's had as much meta develop around it as a map yet. So I feel like teams are still kind of getting to grips with how to play that map. The North Americans have a really good, like, V Respawn and Eclipse, they have a fantastic hold on that map. But the payload map is a much more kind of everyone's on a similar page.
It's a bit of a wild card, actually.
Yeah, it's a bit of a wild card. It's less people know what to do with it. I'd say Dyson's balance. Combustion, like the NA teams, clearly know what they're doing on it. Europe's getting to grips with it slowly, it seems. But that said, I think, yeah. But Combustion is bad for pubs, are great for high-level play. Yeah, to be honest, I haven't seen enough high-level play where it hasn't been a complete stomp to know whether or not Combustion's a good map for competitively, if you know what I mean. Because almost every...
Just right now, we did see a great hold from Amod. I mean, that I don't want to call that a stomp, but because that was such a fantastic hold. Sorry for talking over you there.
No, it's fine.
That was, I think that was quite good, but yeah, I do agree. Most of them are stomps.
Well, when I say stomps, I mean that it's less so that it's like someone's aggressively winning 100-0. It's more so that the defense on that map, or the way that teams have won it, has been very decisive, and the only times where they haven't won it has usually been down to like them making small mistakes on their side. Like you can clearly see one team comes into it with a strategy and the other one kind of just throws himself at the problem over and over again. Like that's happened on every map I've seen for Combustion for most of the competitive matches we've had on it. One team usually is in a far better position than the others, where Dyson is so much more seeing these teams come up against other raw skill. There's usually different caps and things like that, and you can see the strategies in play in real time. I don't think I've seen as much of that on Combustion. I think that's just a time thing. I think we'll see more of that as it comes on, but as you say, I think that there's more changes coming to Combustion soon and Payload, which I think are probably, if you see Dyson as the angelic child that is the perfect competitive map at the moment, I think hopefully the changes that are coming in, we'll see Payload and Combustion, kind of those two changes, those two maps, hopefully change in a similar way, because I think, yeah, Rand got Dyson so great. Like it's such a good map for like this kind of play. So I'm excited to see how the changes impact the play for Payload, making it kind of more balanced. And then Combustion, I'm not aware of the exact changes. I know there's quite a few that have gone onto that map, so I'm interested to see how those pan out into like what it looks like.
Oh, I have an invite for you.
Oh,
you should
great.
have a couple. So we will be going in there for our payload map. Flush invited me. Oh wait, don't join that one. Join this one, which I'll be sending you in just a moment. Oh,
Flush already invited me. You're too late.
Take that one. Take that one. Oh, it's also a different party. Hey, Matthias.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the new payload map. I am very excited.
I'm bumping everything. Sorry about that. Yeah, I am too. It's I really like Payload. It's just such a fun map, and also have a great game, guys. Oh, there we go.
I still can't hear you. I'm sorry.
Have a good game.
Thank you.
There we go.
Good luck. Go to sleep.
Damn it! Everything's just going wrong. My phone is fine. Good. Okay. So one of the things I wanted to see.
I still can't hear you.
Seems like you joined the perfect time. You
I
kind
get
of
to
did.
leave. This is just frustrating. I can't hear him.
Okay. So one of the things I wanted to say was that not only do I like payload and I kind of like combustion as well as I like Dyson, I also like having more than one map for. I kind of like having more than one map. I hope we don't eventually decide to only have one map for the whole sort of thing, because that is I just really enjoy multiple maps. I think that adds so much more to the meta, the potential meta, where you can kind of say, well, we think AMOC is kind of bad on combustion. We'll go for combustion. It's good.
Yeah, I think based on what we've seen is Matthias, it was actually on the payload map and it was 40 seconds, but it was AMOC holding on to the point for literally a full 3 minutes, I think, at the last inch, basically.
Yeah.
So it was like back to back holding on to it. But yeah, I think that right now Dyson is so well balanced that it is developed its like competitive meta essentially really well.
Yeah.
And I think that we haven't seen that on the other maps because of the changes that are hopefully coming up that are going to help with that. But what I'm excited for is that Dyson competitively is such a good map right now. What's it going to be like when we have two other maps and game modes that are just as good as that? Like, that's what I'm excited for. Like seeing like the kind of meta that we've got on Dyson now and seeing that meta extrapolated over these other maps in kind of the same way, because as we've seen in the maps and like the games today, although the closest game we've had is actually Payload, arguably, but that was kind of slightly tinged because of the disconnection issue at the start. But like the majority of the close games that we see and the really like fun and intense ones and the best ones of like competitively in terms of the strategies and everything else we use is Dyson. So I want to see more of that on these other maps. So excited to see how that all goes.
Oh, this is quite interesting. A very, very different map from what we usually, or a very different hull from what we usually see from AMOC. They usually be very, very aggressive. Right here, they're very far back. What is happening here? Peculiar going for a phase. It's the first time we've seen this today. Only one person, though. I'm not too sure that's such a great idea, because you're probably gonna get killed out, but no one's actually keeping an eye on him, so he might be able to do a one-man pincer maneuver. But a lot of his team is already killed out. It's a 1v3 at this point. He's gonna be lucky if he needs to get anything at all. Almost gets Ducky down, but
honestly, I like the thought behind it. I thought it actually had some legs. I was hoping he was gonna be running behind Comet and he was just gonna do some damage from behind them at range. Like that would be like a really great way of doing it. But he just kind of floats into nothing and then doesn't actually get any damage in. So his team gets wiped out in the process. AMOC holding off a little bit more defensively here, going in for the shotgun, trying to clean stuff up. They're going to go low. A lot of AMOC going low, but they're not going to get killed out. Another phase shift again. These phase shifts are coming in big, and they're going to end up getting some kills off the back of it. This is the first time we've seen phase shift in a competitive scene. I'm loving this mix-up from them.
That is a little bit wrong, but it's the first time I think we've seen it. We've seen it used well. I completely agree with you there.
In the finals, I would say, like in like a final situation, we've seen it come out, because I don't think we've seen phase rush come out in like these situations before.
No,
like as a serious counter to something, not just something like experimental halfway through a match.
But yeah, AMOC getting. I mean, they do get some picks, and they will end up kind of winning this out in the end. But they are. At some points, they are holding on by the skin of their teeth. A lot of their members are low, and everyone's just pushing. They just manage to get those really good picks, but it is not as one-sided as it looks, because they have a really good thing here. They have 58 seconds for Ignite, so they're gonna have to do really well if they want to push this to the end. They're gonna have to keep on the point. Ooh, Subadub getting stunned out. Not too good, getting killed.
Oh, Ignite doing a really good job this push. I think they may be able to push this at least to the next point. Although AMOC are going to heal up just in time for another fight. Can they take it? They are going to take it. This is great play from them. They pulled back just enough that they could get some healing in. Although they're going to be losing a player up front here. They're going to keep getting aggressive, though, trying to get these kills in to stop them from capping the point. And a little bit of a desperation push coming out here from Ignite does allow Amok to just sit there and just, like, take him. Just watching his Ignite pushes in his bullet sponges. And yeah, they're gonna Amok just doing a really solid hold. Very well played from them on defense for this first round. 5 seconds left on the clock. Looks like Amok's gonna take it. Ignite, yeah, they're just kind of fumbling in now. They are gonna lose it there.
Oh, that was weird. This is how they should have had some overtime, but I don't think the overtime would have mattered at all. I think, unfortunately, I think actually Ignite had a bit of a mistake there, because they should they got out 2-2, and I agree there was only 20 seconds left, but it's still better to go out as 4 people, even if you only have 10 seconds left. Then
it's better to have 5 seconds on the clock with 4 people than it is to have 2 people out early at 20 seconds and then another 2 people out like with like a second left on the clock. If you see what I mean, another 5 seconds left on the clock. It's better that everyone turns up late than it is for 2 people to turn up like early and then the other 2 people to turn up like just slightly less late, essentially. Yeah. So that's the thing. Yeah, in those, it's hard to tell though. The thing is, like, you'd also as a player, you don't know how long it's going to take you to get onto the point. So it's also really hard to call, because it could have been a situation whereby if they had waited for their teammates, they actually ended up not even getting to the point in time. So it's actually a hard one to call as a player, right? So sorry, Vex.
Yeah, he was on it. Yeah, I was about to say server lag, probably a little bit of a mistake. But even if they had gotten the overtime, they would not have gotten that, because he got killed out. He would have gotten killed out most likely.
Yeah, there was 3 people around him, and he was on the point by himself. I think it was pretty safe to say it was it would have been a pretty much an insta kill and then dead. But at that point, but
still. It's a little bit annoying, but it wouldn't really have helped.
Well played from Amok, though. That was a solid defense from them. Really, really solid. I can't blame Ignite much. They tried to do some interesting at the start just to kind of mix it up and get an upper foot. I liked the thought behind it. I just feel like the execution was a little bit lacking, but that's something that will just come with time. So I wouldn't want to discourage them, because that was a really good attempt, but just needs a little bit more practice, I think, in that kind of to implement those kind of plays in this environment.
Yeah, I think Ignite, okay, I'm gonna say it. I think we're actually on the point where we can say this. Ignite just needs to get their fundamentals right.
Yeah, I think that's basically it. They just need to work more and play more. I think that's really it. I think it is generally speaking, individually they seem to be mechanically sound. So it's really getting their team. It's more their team play mechanics, right? It's their team play mechanics and strategy. That's the bits that they seem to be struggling on. Amok, I'd say, I mean, that said, Stoty has just been doing work today. I would usually say Amok are the ones that actually struggle. They have the team play and strategy right, but sometimes it's the technical execution that they struggle with. Apart from a couple of their players like Flush, who is like very kind of consistently good. But Stoty today has actually just been pulling it out. And looks like they're going to get a pause here.
Going to have a reset. At least it's a fast one.
Yeah, at least they didn't let the attack happen first this time.
We're just kidding around. But yeah, I think there was something about the gun being weird for Robo. What's happening? Someone needs to die first. Okay, yeah. They taken the advice from Rat David. Don't restart. Just kill yourself. So.
But they're going to reset anyway, I think, at this point. Because
most likely. Hopefully.
Oh, and David, we said that they didn't actually restart the entire game, just like in their match to be respawn. It was more that they had to stop after an initial attack. So there was a first push that came out from V-Respawn. They lost, and then they asked to reset, or then there was a reset request that came out. Then they restarted the game. They didn't restart the full game. They didn't come out and go back in. It was just that the time that Amok gained from that push, like from the successful defense on the first push from V-Respawn, actually ended up being the difference at the very end of the game. So that was what we were saying about it was just a little bit annoying. They asked mid-fight, so yeah.
You know, it wasn't a huge thing.
Oh no, not at all. No, not at all. But it's just one of those things. Yeah. It was just a bit weird because that happened, and then kind of Amok got like really defensive in their play for the second bit. And then it kind of like ended up in a bit of a kind of a downward spiral from that point. They regained it at the very end, which actually gave us a fantastic match to watch. But yeah, it was a close one.
It was a very close one, but let bygones be bygones, water under the bridge, and all that. We are currently in this game, so hell yeah. But this is quite an aggressive setup. I don't really like it. I like the more sort of laid back. You don't actually need to be in this first room here. You kind of
they can still see. They can still see the gun. They can still see the guns.
Still see the guns.
Yeah.
We might need a.
So this might need a full restart, possibly.
No.
David, David, you're here. Troubleshoot.
Dad, please help.
David, you're the adult here. Help.
Yeah, I'm definitely not the adult here.
I don't think
my streaming, it's been not adulty. Adulty? God damn it.
Let's
not been talky either.
I do like the fact that when the first point is captured, the second part of the map is hasn't actually spawned yet, or it's not visible, like as in within the map.
That is fantastic. That's the thing. I really like this map. I love it.
I do as well. I think it's sick. I think like it's a really interesting map. I just think it's one of those things that you wouldn't understand in terms of how it plays out, like attack and defensively, until you get it in the hands of like these players, essentially.
Yeah.
Like it's almost impossible to know, really, without a huge amount of playtesting, essentially, and an ungodly amount of testing, essentially.
Yeah,
like
at least like 15,000 hours or something like that. It's insane.
Yeah, until you give it to people that can do that cumulatively or collectively, it's like a really hard thing.
Yeah. Oh, I need to turn myself up. There we go. There we go. I should be just as loud. Oh, and Rad says that's this bug that we're having right now is going to be fixed in the next patch. Thank you, David. And I'm guessing there's other developers working on it as well. Thank you to them too. There we go.
Nah, it's just David. David's the one man.
It's just David.
Yeah, no one else. There's no one else around.
One-man dream machine, David. Or Dave, I don't know actually. But a really aggressive push here, just getting killed out. I think that was Stoding getting killed out right from the start. That's gonna put a slowdown on this push. Ooh, that is Ducky in the back. He's gonna have a little bit of a rough time because they're gonna be able to know where he is because he has popped that threat scanner. So they are gonna have a constant reminder where he is. Well, it looks like
the problem is, the problem you do have is as soon as you let the other team push up onto this like left-hand side around this block, they are in a really good position to fight you. Like, I mean, even now they've got a pick on one of the defenders. They're going to be losing at least 1, 2 now, and he recovers. Oh man, Stoty, he has just been a machine today.
MVP. Can I just say,
Ducky
going for a retreat here. Ducky has been very, very prone to retreating this. I don't know if it's just today or if it's a new thing they're trying out, but he's been very prone to retreating, and it's lost him some kills, lost him some fights too. I'm not too sure if it's a good thing.
Yeah, I do think actually on the other maps it's a really good thing because he does tend to get a little bit too aggressive on things like Dyson. But this is what I think we're seeing. We're seeing like that is a great strategy for Dyson, but doesn't necessarily translate to the other maps. Now, I think this is the thing we're seeing is that because they haven't had enough experience playing these maps competitively because of the various changes that are coming in, those strategies are kind of like, well, we did it on here, so let's do it here, and it should work. But it doesn't necessarily have the same impact. So, it depends. It's something that they're learning, and they've stopped again by the looks of it.
No, they got further. So I mean, I think
that was it. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, GG.
Yeah, I forgot it stops. It doesn't let you go the whole way until.
No. Well, I mean, it makes sense because you don't need to play all the way.
Yeah.
I think that's the same thing they do in Overwatch, but I haven't watched too much Overwatch.
Yeah, they do.
Because they have that problem where one team is just so good that there's no point in playing, so I didn't watch it. I think that was Cloud9. They were just so good that they won. It was basically a fight to get second every match. So it's like, nah.
Oh wait, no! I was going to say the match does not stop when. Sorry, in Echo Combat, the match doesn't stop once the payload once the team gets past the point. That's the thing. That was the difference.
The tournament does stop. Or
yes,
not
the tournament does. Yeah.
So
the game doesn't automatically stop.
Yeah, that is GG's for AMOC though, as they do win both their games here. So they will go on to fight. I do believe it's via Respawn. I do believe we're actually getting there. Yeah, via Respawn versus Amok.
Yes!
So a rematch.
Yes!
Hell yeah.
Keen. Right, so this is going to be another. Can Amok break
Can
V
Amok win
Respawn's
this,
defense on Dyson again? And then off the back of that, can they then make up that 40 seconds? Can they do it? This is going to be.
I really hope so.
This is going to be, I think, yeah, and V Respawn, are they going to adapt? Because obviously their strategy for kind of the Dyson map got figured out a little bit in the last game. So are they going to come out with something different? That's another big question, because that will, I think, to some extent dictate how Amok handle it. Because if they adapt well now, if V Respawn come out with another good strategy to kind of counter the counter, then I think it's going to be a really strong map for V Respawn. This is going to be an interesting one, really interesting.
It really is. I'm quite looking forward to it. I always like those, like, getting knocked into like losers brackets and then fighting the ones that knocked you. That's always great.
Out of interest, what is the result if it is? Do we have? Wait,
if it's exactly the same in Payload.
No, I'm just wondering if Amok win a game, do they have to then play again? Because I know for double elimination you usually would.
I don't think you do. I think.
Because double elimination, if you get knocked into losers bracket, then the winner, basically the winner would have to beat them twice. The winner would have to beat them once, but the loser has to beat the winners twice, essentially. I don't know. That's been waived in the past in favor of a best of 5, but given that we're kind of locked in with the best of 3 format, I don't know if it's going to happen.
There we go.
I don't know.
Okay, I'll be right back. I think try and use one of the old invites I sent you. If not, I think they'll invite you again. So I'll be right back. But we are going to...
I've just been flying around the arena. There we go.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, we will figure out exactly who's playing in what map very shortly. And how many games we're expecting to see. The only question we have is it going to be a best of 3 or is it going to be 2 best of 3s if Amok happen to pull out a win? Because I can tell you after, I think, 2.5 hours of playing so far, these guys are going to be tired at this point. Like, you can't get away from it. So it can be a bit of a slog. We've got the final grand finals coming up. So don't go anywhere. Stick around. We will be watching the big match with Amok versus Respawn to decide who will be, I believe, possibly our last big Echo Combat winners before we get started with the VR League. I don't know if there's a cup planned for next weekend, but it could be we might see a break next weekend ahead of the VR League just for people to get ready and start preparing. I think there's been quite a lot of scrims and stuff going on. I don't know. We don't know yet. Nothing's been communicated just yet, so we will wait and see. But this could well be our last view at the standings before we get started with VR League. I think right now, we have, I believe, based on today, 4 American teams that could come out on top in terms of who we know that could do well in combat. We've got Eclipse, Kangarillas, who didn't have a great day today, but I think we've said it's not fair to judge them based on that, given the circumstances of the last few weeks. So I'd say they're still in contention, given how well they played over the previous tournaments. Ignite and Eclipse, I believe it is as well. I said Eclipse twice. Wait, no, it was Eclipse, Kangarillas, VR Respawn, and Ignite. Yes, you've got 4, I would argue, with some practice, pretty close teams in the North American region. With, I think, from Europe, really, there's only Amok right now. So I'm hoping to see more teams that can kind of come up and start contesting them, because otherwise, not going to be particularly great fun to watch in the European Echo Combat Cups. But that said, anyone who is thinking about getting into Echo Combat or Echo Arena, there is prize money up for these cups, up to 8th place. That is a lot of prize money. And currently, with only one major Echo Combat team in the running for this upcoming season that has played so far in Europe, there's a lot of money going on the line for 7 places potentially that aren't currently filled. So anyone that's thinking about getting into combat, like in Europe, do it. 100% do it. You could be making bare dollar on a weekly basis.
Okay, so
You have a man on you.
I do have a man on me. Yeah. So I think I have invited you in here. I can't be in the same lobby because I think it's full.
Oh.
You might be joining that lobby. Might be talking to myself in game. I don't know. I am talking to myself in game. Sorry about that.
You are now self.
Go. So, our second round. No, our first round. Our first round of the grand finals. Now we are not too sure how they're gonna play out in the full, but at least we're probably gonna see Dyson for the first map, and then Payload, whoever wins. No, sorry, Payload, and if two win, you know, we'll figure it out as we go along. I'm not too sure what they're gonna do specifically, but we're at least gonna see some combat. So, I have.
Joining match.
I'm joining match. Are you in the party?
Maybe.
Are you getting turned up in here, bro?
I might be getting slightly turned.
Just slightly turned.
Just slightly turned.
Not a no. just you know, slightly turned. Just one tick. Oh, there we go. Does look like Via Jersey is getting slightly turned. You guys have a great match.
Good luck, guys.
And good fun. Here's some healing. There we go. So
yeah, so I think even with the last match, VR Respawn going into this one, definitely still, I would still suggest that the favourites. They are again, they've done so well in the previous cups. I think it's safe to say that I think they are still currently the number ones. That said, they did drop a round against AMOC in the last set. So, on Dyson as well, which will be our first map for today, unless it's not. Unless it's combustion. Okay.
Which is, it does sound like Via Respawn probably won out that map pick then.
Okay, so wait, hold up. So, the rules state that first round is controlled map or Dyson. The players will either agree to one or flip a coin to decide. So, looks like it could have been a coin flip, which does mean that if AMOC aren't able to get a response to this map, which was quite far off, if I'm going to be honest, in the last game when they played on Combustion, this would be very much in the favor of V-Respawn, which means this is all going to come down to another payload.
V-Respawn. V-Respawn does have the ping disadvantage here.
Okay.
Probably because they got the map pick. I'm pretty sure they got map pick. I'm not too sure.
I don't know how much of a difference that's going to make. They were so dominant in the last time on this map. I didn't see a semblance of an answer from...
Vidman getting killed out right from the start there. Vexy getting killed out just after that. Flush Gogo will stun out his team, more or less, but...
Well, I'm wrong.
Yeah, dude, yeah. I mean, I think AMOC probably listened to what we said and was like, oh, be more aggressive, huh? And they did. Holy hell.
Well,
they
okay,
were
this is interesting because this didn't happen last round, and this puts them in a good advantage to start with. Okay, I was completely wrong. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Please ignore me. And
don't ignore him. He's the analyst. But yeah, holy hell, that was great. Well, I mean, they did what we said. Now, let's see if they can hold on to the point. It's not looking great for them as one of them gets killed out here. And a lot of them are low. Who is 1v4 as Stochi is the last man alive. He can get a single pick for himself, but it's not enough. Not even the point has been capped, so he's going to be out
this
really
is
fast.
the bit that they struggled with. If they can break this now, then I'll have faith.
If they can get the retake, yeah, that is.
Yeah, this is the thing. This is the problem. When V-Respawn was set up like this is when they struggled to deal with it. So if they can do anything with it now, like then
they're so aggressive. They're just gonna go in there. Get the first pick hasn't come out yet, but first pick on Flush Gogo there. Second pick going for Ducky. So AMOC is down 2 versus 4 here. One pick does go out, but they get aggressive, but they just don't have the. I don't know what they're missing. They're certainly not missing skill.
I feel like the thing is V-Respawn, like skill based are very good, but they're also running odds and tacts they need to be able to handle these messy fights. like hiding arc mines around, running pulsar and shotguns. Like they are built for this kind of messy play. So although it looks good to start with, I'm not sure how effective this is gonna be. Because they're built for it, they kind of want to get in those messy fights. Like this is what they're trying to do, and they're gonna get a pick here, 2 picks actually. It's going to be a 3 versus 2 here, but there's arc mines hidden around the place, so they could end up triggering these, which could end up sweeping this. But no, AMOC are going to get the first pick, and they're going to get enough picks, and they're going to stagger it. But
it's 4 versus 82%.
I know that's the problem.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And yeah, this is it's not fun, and AMOC are going to have to try and defend this. They are very spread out here as well. I honestly, this is a really hard thing to defend from. An organized push, and it looks like they're going to get a player caught out here. That was a really unnecessary catch. Then who was that on? Do you know who that was?
I think that was on Stoti, unfortunately, since Stoti has been doing a lot of work. No, Stoti's still alive, but Dole gets killed out. Now it's Flush Go on Stoti, and they just the 2v4. It's tough, but it seems like AMOC just can't get any damage in. I'm not sure what's happening.
Honestly, it was much better than the last time I played on this map. So
true, very true.
Progress has been made. Yeah, progress has been made. However, I'm still not convinced. There was a semblance, but I didn't see enough of an outline strategy there from AMOC. I think to have faith that they've got some solution to this problem. I feel like it was a bit just kind of relying on to out mechanic the other team essentially with these messy fights, but. V-Respawn are built to deal with those messy fights. Like the arc mines hidden around, pulsars, novas. Like they want those messy fights and those kind of split up 1v1s because that's how their composition works well. And I mean, honestly, I think the counter to that is an organized push or crash on an individual person and trying to play the man advantage. But it's a hard one.
Yeah, and they're going back to the old ways here. They're not getting as aggressive as they should before, because that worked really well for them before. But it looks like Ducky has spawned without a head. That might be a little bit of an advantage. I don't know. But maybe that's been fixed. Who knows? But yeah, no kills getting out yet. A lot of players very, very low. Let's see here. Ooh, first player getting killed out. Second player getting killed out. Third player getting killed out. And it's a 1 versus 2.
See, there's a comment on the point here. So this should be an easy trade here for Stoti. Should be able to get this, but he gets punished. He's just fantastic play there. Teammates just able to recover just in time. I feel like he delayed too long getting aggressive there. He should have just gone straight away. By waiting, he then gave time for the other teammates from V-Respawn's side to respawn. So yeah, that was a bit rough. So we got 4-man push, but AMOC are just going to the same point every single time. They're fighting up here, trying to get onto the point, but they're not really doing much, and they're usually getting stopped up here. Look, V-Respawn doing exactly what they've done every single time so far.
They do get a pick
they're getting
now,
up here, going aggressive on these ridges, and then just trying to punish them based on that. This is just...
they just can't get the full damage out. They get a lot of players low, but they just can't finish. One gets finished here, another player's low. It's a 3v2 now, but...
Yeah, Stoti was able to do a good amount of work there, but they just trade, and this is the thing. That was a 3 versus 1 there. The third man there from V-Respawn was not in that fight at all, and they were losing those trades. It's you should not be losing those. And they're just being pushed away from the point again here.
I'm not too sure if they're getting tired.
A bit too aggressive, bit too over-aggressive here from V-Respawn though. That is going to leave them a 1-man down. Honestly, I need to see some flanks here from them. For some flanks from the rear and some continuing engagement from the back, allowing. Good flank here. That flank there was very important in that play just then. Flush. Yeah, just trades at the end. It's just.
It's looking. I was about to say it's looking dire, but it's looking like the first map will go to Ignite. Not Ignite. Excuse me, that's the wrong one. V-Respawn. But yeah, it's just looking like AMOC just don't know what to do at all. They do get a little bit here and there, and they will win out this fight.
Point now.
Cotsworth is still there.
And this is the thing as well. I think that V-Respawn have won almost all of the pillar 1v1s, which is actually a really important part of it. Like,
There we go. Oh.
no, they're going to respawn just in time. Yeah, okay, so AMOC are going to cap it now, so it won't be 100-0. It will be 105. They are going to hold on to this now, so it is... Yes, this is the first game, Matthias, so they are playing on Combustion to start with. Now, they are going to hold on to this for a little bit longer, and they are staggering the spawns here from V-Respawn. This is interesting. Like, if they can keep this up and keep rotating these players around without dying, they could survive this for a little while. They literally can't lose a single fight now. That's the thing. They just can't. They can't lose it. So they're getting aggressive here. They are trying to go for fights. They're going to find him. They're going to find him. If they can get this kill, they're going to get the kill. This is big for them. They need to get back onto the point now and healed up. This is great. Okay, this is getting suddenly really interesting. This is the first time they've done something inventive whilst they have possession. They're just going to get aggressive. They're going chasing. This is great from AMOC. They just need to keep taking these fights. This is really good. Right, so they need about 2 more of these, okay? So they need to not get defensive now, and they need to keep these up. There's another trade. This is good. Right, okay, come on. All right, this is getting interesting now. It took to 97%, but they might be doing something now.
They might be doing something good, and it's kind of via Respawn just going out, just trying to go for those kills, which is
grenade.
Good for them. Oh, but Ducky just needs to get back on point. His 2 friends come back, and it is a kill.
The recruitment. Oh man, the backup is coming in huge here. Can they get the? They do get the trade. Oh my god, this is they're going to be keeping the point. Right, so this last man here, Derval, is going to have to survive at least 1 or 2 more people in here. This might be it.
They're splitting up. What are they doing?
To get here. His teammates are going to have to get here really fast. Oh, and they get around.
Huge mistake from Via Respawn there. They split up rather than going together. If they had gone together, they could have boosted in there, but they did not, allowing AMOC to get this second round.
What was that? 0 to 100. Not a single like props to AMOC there. That was like seriously. That was V-Respawn. I can't fault V-Respawn on that, because V-Respawn did not have to put up with that kind of defense from them at any point in the last kind of combustion rounds. That's true. That was AMOC going, right, this isn't working. Let's try and defend this super aggressively. We need to get on them. We need to get some picks. And that pick after the last cap, that was what started it, right? It was that pick, and then it was just the ongoing thing from there. And they were just perfect from AMOC. So they have bought themselves another attempt, and they've just taken a map from V-Respawn on from an NA team on Combustion. I can't believe it. This isn't happening. Pinch me. But the really good play from there. This is going to be going straight into this one. So.
Oh, it looks like it's happening again. Okay, so what happened last time, what was important that happened last time, is V-Respawn just kept on going out. They did not go up. If they had gone in 4 people, it would probably have been over for AMOC. It's still a little bit of a shaky defense from them, but V-Respawn, they're just going out one-on-one. It's not what they want to do, but if they keep doing it, AMOC's gonna win, and I don't really have a problem with that. AMOC are tasting blood in the water now. They are like getting so aggressive, but they are going to get punished for that aggression there. 2 people from V-Respawn able to double back and do enough damage to stop. They are going to... Oh, insta-heal grenades coming out. They aren't going to be able to trade successfully on that one, though. Honestly, I think, this is the right thing to do from Derval. He's just basically taking a member out, dying in the process. His team was dead, so it's worth him just getting a respawn there. Yeah, 2 members coming out from AMOC here. They need to stay back. They cannot get aggressive, because if they get aggressive, they will most likely die. And as a 2-member squad, the other 2 are just going to come out, and that same thing's just going to happen again and again and again, and you don't want that to happen. But the other 2 members are coming out now, so let's see if they can attack together, maybe get some picks before they go in. Probably good, but a flank here from Kasnaz. No one's actually watched or seen him. He's going in, he's getting a pick.
Oh,
1 pick
that's
only.
huge. Great from Kasnaz there.
1 health.
Oh, some good picks coming out from AMOC, though. This is going to be a 2 versus 2. Moving on to the point. Shotguns are coming out big. This is a 1v1 shotgun duel. AMOC are in a better position. Coming out big, though. This is going to be interesting. He needs to make this pick, but Ducky's going to just hold on to the point. It's more important to cap the point from his perspective than it is to try and do the damage. But he is fighting into it. Oh, man. This is going to be another cap back from Blue, unless Orange can get onto the point.
Oh, the reinforcements come in and they get the pick. What is happening
this is
here?
Gonna be AMOC. This is gonna be AMOC getting a really good stagger here. Oh, but a double pick coming in from V-Respawn. V-Respawn's reinforcements coming in stronger than AMOC's. able to get a good wipe off the back of that. So this is going to give enough time for V-Respawn to set up properly on here with an advantage of about 20%. This is going to be good for them. I imagine they might be able to hold this to like 70 or 80%. But AMOC are going to want to get on this pretty quickly. They're going to have to try and do something different, though, because this kind of attack from them has not worked in the past. They need to do something else.
Oh, Flush getting really aggressive here, but he has only a Meteor, not the type of women you want to get aggressive for. But they're just going in, they're just getting any kill they can. They do get the first pick, so it's a 4v3. See if they get the second.
Oh, good pick off the back, good pick off the back. This is good for them. This is a full SWAT wipe with 4 members alive. This is perfect for them. Now, right, the thing is, though, now they need to be very set up for this next push. They don't need to get too aggressive, or they need to get very aggressive, but it needs to be organized. They can't just sit on the point and wait for them to come right now. I feel like they've got to do something else, because that is what V-Respawn are wanting. Like, V-Respawn coming with a flank here, sending 1 member back. Do they spot it? They haven't got a threat scanner operating, it seems. So this is going to be important. If V-Respawn can get a pick here, this is going to make it a very rough for AMOG to deal with. They've got a member coming up through the middle. This is going to be huge damage coming in. And, V-Respawn are getting some picks left, right, and center. This is just an absolute mosh of Novas going around. Novas and healing. V-Respawn able to mop up here. That was a very clean heal Nova composition there, kind of collating in from different locations. And I think that might be the game.
That is for sure the game. They don't have any time to come out. But that was a fantastic hold from AMOG. I'm not sure. Did you send them, like, a cheat program? What happened there? They just kind of just got better. What the?
Well, the problem is, I think they, again, same with Dyson. They started figuring out what to do, and I think the thing is that they were kind of forced doing it, because what kicked that off was an aggressive play that was different from what they were doing. But the problem is at the very end there, that when they got the point, they kind of just sat around and played into the whole. They separated a bit, let V-Respawn get in between them, essentially, and then it just broke out into a massive Nova heal fight. And because V-Respawn was set up with their tacticals and heals, they just outright won it. And the thing is, if you're AMOC in that position, you need to say, we are going to do something different that will not allow them to do that. Because by allowing them to do that, you're basically saying, right, who has the most healing and utility available at that time? And they should have known, based on their own cooldowns, that they were in a worse position there. So they should have tried. I would have liked to see them getting aggressive on that, but V-Respawn just played it perfectly, right? They just went in, did their thing, and AMOC just didn't do anything different. I think that's the thing. When AMOC did something different, it worked, which is good to see. But I don't think they knew what that something different was. So it's hard for them to replicate it in that instance. So I think it's going to be something they'll have to learn and work on. But they broke them on combustion. It's like first. So good to see. Good to see that happen. Good to see something change there.
Do you know what I think they need? AMOC, for sure. I think they probably need a trainer of some kind. A person that can sit outside of the game and just kind of look in and say, this is what's wrong, this is what needs to happen.
Oh, it is bracket
Do that.
Oh, okay.
Bracket.
Yep. Yep.
So we do the payload again.
So I genuinely do think that's what needs to happen, because they seem to figure out what they need to do, but they figure it out in the second round. They've done that twice.
Yeah.
And that's just too late.
The thing is, though, I think we've talked about this a lot of times before as well. This is a developing game, right? And as we've talked about with Echo Arena, if back at those games, say the exact same thing with some of the new matches of like, but they just did this strategy and it worked. Why aren't they like using these strategies and like figuring out these counters and stuff? And you forget it took probably over a year at least to develop all the strategies and counters and understand the game thoroughly enough to come up with all these things. So I can't really fault any of these teams for not having answers to some strategies, figuring them out and then getting better at them really quickly. Like, props to these teams for actually doing that, because that is a hard thing to do. And looking at these games and looking at these teams and these fights, you can tell that these are the best teams right now, because they are the ones adapting and visibly making these changes to their strategies mid-game. Like, they are the ones doing that, and that is what makes the difference between the top teams and kind of the mid-tier teams, essentially. And it is visible within their play, and you can see, as we saw with AMOC today, but like beating the V-Respawn defensive hold within the tunnel system on Dyson. I think you see some of that, and again, V-Respawn's like prolific hold on combustion again there, being broken out at the last second by AMOC, but holding that again so well, coming into this cup with such good, robust strategies that they're just in a really strong position when they come into a lot of these fights. But that said, I mean, we're seeing these teams adapt and develop and build these out. And it's really interesting to see. So far today, with VR Respawn being the favorite, they've been the brick wall that AMOC have been trying to break through, essentially. I don't know. I think we've seen some reactive play from V Respawn, but mostly it's been them putting up that wall and basically telling AMOC, right, break this down, and AMOC trying to figure that out, essentially. But that just shows that V Respawn have kind of put the work in to get to that point, which is the hard thing, because that's the kind of position you want to be in for these, but it also comes down to adapting as well. So I think we've seen a good deal of that from both. But yeah.
Jess, you need to get in here.
Oh, invite me. Oh, have you?
Have a good game, guys. Oh shit! There we go. I can't move myself. Have a good game. Oh, there we go. There we go. Party join. I'm guessing that's our esports league caster. Kind of hoping you didn't notice, but okay. There we go. So, for those of you that don't know what is happening right now, why are we on payload? What the hell? We have the rules here are that every final there are up to three rounds, and every other there's only one round. Now the 3 rounds consist of any capture point map. Hey Eli, any capture point map, then a payload map, and then the other capture point map. Now usually we see Dyson every time, but here we saw Combustion once, which is weird because we haven't seen that at all, because Dyson is just such a played map. So it was kind of weird. Probably VR Respawn said, no, we want the Dyson here. Oh, sorry, we want the Combustion here because they've been doing really well in Combustion. Just in general, AMOC gave them a little bit of a fight, but in the end they won out. Yeah. So if VR Respawn wins this this payload map, they will win out the tournament. If not, we're going into our third, which will be a Dyson, which is where we've already seen AMOC beat out VR Respawn. So I'm really hoping they win out for this final match. Now AMOC is setting up. That is untrue. It is VR Respawn that's setting up, and I need to breathe.
Yeah, so this was deadly close last time. This was like super close. And it'll be interesting to see how these teams shape up again. Not having gone against each other times now, it will be interesting to see how this goes. We're going to be seeing a pretty aggressive defending position here. They're going to be back again. I think they did. Yeah, they held up quite aggressively, back to more defensive positions, just to kind of bait the enemy team.
Really fast. We need to restart the call.
Payload mobilized.
I think that's fixed it. There we go. Cool. So please continue on.
Yeah, so it looks like they're trying to bait out kind of a more aggressive push. AMOC doing their kind of 2-man aggressive push up here. This is looking good for them. They're going to get 2 picks. This is great from AMOC. 3 picks. How many picks? 4 picks. No, they haven't got 4 picks yet. Soon.
Almost. They do get it now.
4 picks.
Oh my god, and it's already more or less there. This is going fantastically versus last time where there was only a minute left, I think. They are doing a great job.
They struggled to get it past the first point, but they more importantly get it past the second. So this is what's going to have to change. This is the bit that AMOC struggled with last time, and I want to see them do what V Respawn did here. Get super aggressive, move all the way into the area, and then pick a random fight. Don't let them have this setup approach that they want from here. Just get all the way into that area and then fight them in the open area. Don't come through these doorways. But we're going to see, it looks like they're going to go for a more slow approach. I'm not sure I like this from AMOC. We're going to have to see if this plays off for them. Yeah, and as I say that, they lose a member to a pick. This is why I don't necessarily like this strategy. I feel like the way V Respawn played it in the last round, the problem is you are fighting into an open area through a chokehold. It is such a, strategically speaking, it is like the worst situation to fight in. You just need to go, blast through the chokehold at 300 miles an hour and then fight them in the open. Yeah. That's how to do it. And then keep one person on the chokehold to kind of get, keep their attention. But they need to just get through. They can't keep running through these chokes because that's what they want. They want that. They've got a loadout built specifically to try and counter this.
They've got 3
Oh, they get a pick though.
Oh,
That's
but
huge.
they do get the pick here. Oh, one coming in from behind. They do maybe get the pick on him. It's now a 2 versus 2. Castle's going in, trying his best, but it's a 1v1 as Ducky gets up against Vexy. He has so little health.
Yes.
Oh, he just needs to get on here as one person can actually spawn out. Maybe just get a little bit of a stop on it, but no, it will get there in the end. 5 minutes left.
Oh, leave him alive, leave him alive, leave him alive, leave him alive. Oh, he didn't leave him alive. Okay, all right, fair enough.
So it took a little time.
Yeah, that's fine. Because you can actually keep that person alive, and then just basically force them to spawn at a very later date, as long as you can juggle them properly with 4 people. But that said, I mean, they just got that pick there on the defender. They just went all in. As soon as they heard that pick go through, they went all in. Big flank here coming in from the back. He is going to get a pick. That's a good trade from them. That is a solid. You want to trade on this defense here, because otherwise you're going to end up in this situation where you have a huge amount of damage coming down range, and you're going through a chokehold, and it's not fun because it's all meteors. So you just have to run at this point. Run, Stoty.
This is probably the most defensible point on the map, as this is you have the high ground. 9 times out of 10, you can basically stop any flank if you're just looking for it, and you can flank yourself. It's a very, very defensible map, but as I say that, Vexy just getting a little bit too aggressive. He will survive it for a little bit. He does get killed out, and Devil get killed out. So it is a... I'm not too sure what's happening here, because IMOG is getting aggressive, but they still need to get back and grab that payload, actually. If they can get the last person here, Cut's worthless. Just holding on for a little bit. What? Stun and Flush? Sorry, Flush and Ducky both get stunned out, and that does mean there's actually 3 people
The thing
here.
with Meteors, you got to remember, is they don't like the damage, but because the fire rate is so slow on them, it's essentially countered by healing, right? Meteors are like big damage over time, and unless you get a lot of them on a single location, like we are seeing now, and they do end up, looks like they're gonna wipe. This is close. They're gonna be trading. See, this is actually a possible trade, because Flush can trade here. He's got a Nova into 2 Meteor close range. This is tradable. He's going to retreat, though. And he gets taken out at the last second. That is not good.
But you see what Whitman and Kasnas did there? They actually kind of doubled the fire rate of the Meteor, because one went up, shot, then went down, the next one up, shot, then went down. So they kind of doubled the fire rate there, which is quite an interesting strategy. Now they're just kind of going for it.
It's like firing lines, basically, but we're having 2 members of V-Respawn down low here. They're going to want to try and move. They don't want to group on this. They want to kind of go in separately. I'd ideally suggest them going through completely separate angles, because everyone going through a chokehold right now is a really bad idea. I feel like we've seen, 2 people are switching it up now, trying to go from different angles, just to get a little bit aggressive here. They are going really aggressive. Healing's coming out for them. They're going to go. This is good from them. They need to get more of these picks, though. They are getting. Looks like they're getting more. This should be a good push here. This should be good from from AMOC. This might be game. I would like to see someone pushing up super aggressive here to stop the respawns, but they're going to be allowing them onto it. This is going to be tight. All of them on the same point at the same time. That's what happens.
They do all get killed.
Why. You know they're running Meteors. Don't all sit on the objective.
Oh
God
my
damn it.
God, Stoty, just... just coming in, seeing that 3-man people, and just no. We don't want to do that.
You know they're all running Meteors. Don't sit on the point. Don't all sit. It's spacing. That was such a just painful to see. And they're gonna lose some players here as well. They're gonna get picked. This is just great defense here from V-Respawn, but I mean, they had that. AMOC just needed to not all sit on the point, and they just decided to group up and go, here you go, 3 free kills, and we'll come back and fight you in a different way.
It's just a huge mistake from them.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's going to put them in a really bad spot now, because they're going to have to fight into a 4-man squad that is in a much better defensive position. They're basically going to have to do that last fight over and over again, and another flank coming in through from V-Respawn is going to get another pick here. They're getting picks left, right, and center. This is going to end up with a 2v2 though. 2v2, this is good. If they can get a flank here,
one in the back,
which looks like they might be able to get. Insta heal coming out. This is a 1v1 now, 1v1 Meteor fight, but the respawn location is so close to a VR respawn side. This is essentially, the respawn is coming out, but not the trade. And
Flush is just holding on. What is happening? Oh, he does get killed on the end, and it's a 1v3 Stoty. He might be a good player, but he's not that good. He can't kill them all out. 47 seconds left. There's probably one more push left. AMOG is going to have to do really well. Yeah. My sound is weird. Sorry about that. I can't really do anything about that.
Yeah.
There we go. So, Flush Coco and Ducky actually looking back for Stody. Yeah, going in 4 people. You really need to get in there, all of you, because you can't. If you go in one,
They need to separate as well. They need to go in this format. Like, they're all running meteors. You know they're running AoE damage. Don't keep running into them as a group. It's just suicide. I don't. Yeah, unfortunately, that happened.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Yeah.
2 seconds left. Yeah, Stody's gonna get
Great defense from V Respawn. I mean, to be honest, V Respawn just kept doing what they were doing, and just AMOC just completely failed to adapt to that in the last bit.
Remember
I mean,
that
they
position.
did. Like, yeah, that was
just before that one is where the position was. Just so we know.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, that was. Although, credit to V Respawn for coming out at the end of that. I feel like AMOC just played into them just blindly at the end. Unfortunately, like the whole point of having 3 people grouped up on the payload when you know they're all respawning and they're all running meteor is just suicide. That is like straight up. That is armor when someone throws a grenade and your entire 4-man squad is all sat in the same location. It's like spacing. Just that is in like armor
Space
or
out,
onward where you would just scream spacing. Like it's like, oh god, it's so painful because that was. Well, GG to V Respawn. Well played for them. I think that's the game. No. We're gonna watch them on attack now, I believe. So we will be seeing them.
They just got out here, so I'm not too sure why. But
I believe they're switching servers. Maybe I don't know.
Probably.
That might be it. It might be cool.
What? Oh. Something crash? Did I crash?
I got kicked out of the game as well.
Oh, Bucksplat. Something crashed. Crash report. I'll send that later. Watch stream name Malaran. Send our report. Always send our reports.
Tip kids, send those reports.
Send the reports. Don't restart. Just kill yourself. So.
Oh my god! Wait, no. I'm gonna put that on a T-shirt. I've just. Don't restart. Just kill yourself.
Don't restart. Remember, kids. We probably shouldn't be.
I can get a picture of David as well. I've probably got a picture. OC5, just like a picture of him with a thumbs up. It's like, don't restart. Kill yourself.
There we go. God. Okay, I'm finally in here. Jersey, do you have a invite you can use?
After seeing the
I think they're all your invites, unfortunately, which means I'd only just join you.
Maybe I don't know. Oh shit!
Oh no, I'm joining a match.
Okay, AMOC.
Okay. Are you?
I don't know what's happening. So it looks like AMOC as the thing. I can speak. I do this more or less for a living. So yeah, good on me. Wait, who wants me? Stody, but I'm already in here.
Good luck, guys.
I don't know what's happening. Yeah, good luck. I'll continue talking in this manner, which probably won't be good. Have a good fight.
Nice.
Ow! Oh, I hope that wasn't too loud.
That was quite loud.
Sorry. I just hurt my foot. Ow. Okay, so, speaking of hurting feet, we're gonna go into our next match here. VR Respawn versus AMOC. Sorry, this is not the next match, this is the next round of this match. VR Respawn is gonna be on defense, which they've done quite well earlier.
Tournament point, might I add as well. This is
yeah.
If V Respawn win this, that's it. They win. Names are around the wrong way as well, by the way. Just to
Fixing.
But yeah, this is the potential final match of the day. Unless AMOC are able to successfully defend on this map, probably incompletely, to be honest, because they need to stop it from getting to the end like completely, but they also need to stop it getting from the end as far as
that point. I have it in my head. I know where it is.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
I think something in the stream node.
Yeah, so it's not gonna be an easy one.
A finals.
Yeah, it is. Well, no, it
is quite late. We should say it is.
Yeah, well, this has gone on for like 3 hours now. I think 3:42. Oh Christ! Yeah,
It's a tougher job than it seems. Trust us.
Casting like a smaller tournament is a lot easier than doing the big 5, 6, 7 round ones. Okay, right. First of all, before we even talk about that, they are V Respawn just like, nah, getting aggressive. We're just gonna come for you now. Big detonator coming out there from Ducky. Ducky.
Unfortunately, not getting any picks from it. It's still a 3v3. I don't know what the first pick. No, the first pick never came out. So it's a 3v4 here, 2v4. Yeah. As everyone from Ingmark almost gets killed. There's only Stody left with Flush Go in the back supporting, not doing a fantastic job of it, which means he will almost die out himself. Cotsworth with the first kill coming out from Ingmark here, but still Devil very, very low. The first little map point here is gonna go to VR Respawn beautifully, as he said himself. That was quite the point.
Yeah, that was a pretty dominant start from V Respawn going into this round, like pretty aggressively. No, not scared to fight, and like this is what I mean. Their V Respawn setup on this section is so good. Like they just get as soon as they cap that point and they get that last fight, they just move straight up to the next point because it's just such a better position to fight in, and like the amount of time it takes for them to get messy on this point, like it just works really well for them. So they're gonna lose out. They are gonna now have to set up. So Amok are gonna need a little bit of time to set up here. Do you know what I don't like? I don't like the fact that we don't see any fighting happening in the tunnel. I feel like
it's kind of disappointing, but a great push coming out here from Real Respawn, just pushing in, but they will get completely denied as they both get killed out. It's now a 2v3. One pick did come out for Real Respawn, but it's just not enough. As you still have that choke, you need to get the payload through, and you still need to have at least one person on there, and with as many
gets over aggressive there, from Amok. They are going to lose a player. Which again, they're gonna come into this super aggressive, and they're gonna survive. Yeah, they're gonna do it.
2 picks here. Let's see if they can get the last one. Ducky just retreating, probably a wise decision. He does stick his head out the shield and will get killed. So that means that there are 5 minutes left on the last point here.
This is going to be hard to hold for them.
And
that said, they did this last time. They did it last time, so maybe they can do it again.
They did. They need to get it right here. Just right here. If they get it past this point, Amok has lost. So, I know you couldn't see that.
It's not true. It's where the thing ends up. If Amok can successfully defend, because remember, it can backtrack still. Because if you kill all of them and you sit on it, it will actually go backwards.
Ah, of course.
So
no, you don't have to sit on it.
You don't have no, it will just go backwards naturally. Yeah.
VR Respawn keeps really, really aggressive, coming up with stuns and just shotguns, just going up, getting those picks, taking them for themselves. 2v4 here. The last couple of picks can actually get killed out. Why? Devil just actually manages to survive, get 2 picks for himself. That's quite interesting. Just not enough as Cotsworth is just sitting on here. 2 people coming out. Let's see if they can kill Cotsworth off. They might need to be able to do that. Stody again. What is happening? He's just been carrying Amok all the way. That's not really true, but still, he's been doing fantastically.
No, Stody has done a huge amount of work in these games. Like just ridiculous. He is going to get picked off here. No, he's going to survive again. Oh, no, he does get picked off at the very last second. Oh, sorry, that was...
Oh, he's still alive.
That was Ducky. Sorry, that was Ducky.
What is happening? Stody, just MVP. No, he just get killed out here. And no one on the payload, though.
This looks like it could be it.
Ooh, Unless there's a good
trade in from Devil. Devil's got... Oh, but no, recruitment's coming in from V Respawn. This will be very likely the final push from them. They're already past the point of no return, and that should be game.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Tournament point has been passed. Congratulations, VR Respawn, with quite a decisive victory here at the end, quite a dominating victory. And as I think that was Kaznas said himself, beautiful. That was played by the book. They got aggressive when they needed to get aggressive, which was more or less always. So they just got in there, got those kills, and Amok really didn't have a response. So I
think V Respawn adapted to how Amok played defense. Defense on the last time they played, and they adapted it really well. They knew they saw the fact that their aggression usually won them fights in the middle area. And then towards the end as well. And they were like, okay, cool, let's just do that for the entire round. And they did it, and Amok just had no answer.
Yeah.
I think as well, I think there's probably a little bit an element of kind of not inting, but I feel like when you that close to winning and you get full team wiped, and like you are that close to capping the point, there's got to be a mental element that comes into it there, where you're like, we were so close to winning that, that one game, and if we just split up, we would have capped it. And it's like, so yeah, I imagine there's an element of like just I imagine kind of a combination of exhaustion and also like the kind of just like kind of element of it.
They have been playing. We should be saying they have actually been playing. I think one more game than Via Respawn. Via Respawn got a little bit of time to just sort of relax, just sort of be themselves. That might have helped.
No, it was not. 2 more games. Remember, because it was a best of 3 as well.
Best of 3, yeah, 2 more games. So they got a bunch of time to just kind of relax, kind of sit down, maybe talk about their strategies.
And we never got to see Dyson. We never got to see Dyson, which was the map that Amok put them on. And so yeah.
Can we do another game? Can we force that in there?
But no, Amok did a really good job, I think. On they pulled it back on combustion. They held up quite well on payload, but I think V Respawn just dominant. I mean, I feel like that was a good instance where Amok have clearly improved, and V Respawn showing that they are the best for a reason, basically. Able to adapt to that. They did lose ground to Amok, who are getting better, but at the same time, they were able to kind of keep a solid grip, I'd say, on those rounds. The rounds that they did win, they won very, very effectively.
They were. I mean, I think all in all, a lot of people did very well today. And
yeah, today was a good cup. This is a good cup.
What I'm most excited for, and by the way, we won't be right back. This is just the end, and this is the only screen I kind of have for it. So yeah, we won't be right back.
Do you have a stream ending screen?
I do, but I mean, we'll be ending it in a little bit.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
So, yeah, but just to kind of the final talk, I think what we got out of this, the most exciting thing we got out of this, is that there's now another contender for the of who is best in NA throne. Because now it's either Eclipse, Kangorillas, or who was Via Respawn, or the new contenders Ignite, which have done really, really well.
Yeah, this the North American three-way has now become, and they are now.
I'm so glad you cut out
there. There are now going to be 4 teams so far that to be fair, we don't know for certain whether some of these teams will be competing in the cup. We don't know yet. However, if all the teams that could be competing do compete, and they do choose to compete, there will be 4 teams vying for that spot. And honestly, I think with 8 weeks of hard competition, right now, any of those 4 key teams could take it, as far as I can see. Ignite, like with the time we've got left, there's obviously some favorites, and there's the new Ignite being one of the newcomers, and obviously like Kangaroo is not representing how good they really are today, but generally speaking, they're also up there with V Respawn. I think that there's some really interesting stuff happening in NA. I think as well, actually, I have to say, I think I said today was the best I've seen Amok play, like period.
For sure, yeah.
They handled VR Respawn better than I've ever seen them play them against previously. V Respawn, again, putting up similar strategies to the ways that they've just dominated with before, but Amok basically starting to edge around them and find solutions to problems, which is great to see, because that's what we need to start developing a meta, because it's, as long as someone's got like a 20-foot wall up and no one can climb it or do anything with it, it kind of blocks things from developing further. So it's good to see more change happening and more interesting things coming out. I think we saw FaZe obviously for the first time in a little while today, like in a competitive like final match essentially.
Yeah, that was
maybe
exciting.
Not the most effective use, but we did see it nonetheless.
It's good. We got to get more things out there, because more options equals more fun is my general sort of rule. If you have more options, more things that can happen.
Yeah, I think the only thing we didn't see today really was Shield. Like I think that's like the only thing we didn't really see.
We did see it once.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, in the unlock stage, I think on Dyson, wasn't it? Was it on the unlock stage in Dyson?
It was on the unlock stage in Dyson. We saw it once. It wasn't that effective.
Yeah, I think anything that got any tax that people use during the unlock period on Dyson, I feel like is essentially a write-off. because it's like it's kind of irrelevant to some extent. Like you can just, to be honest, I don't really like the fact they use tactical tool during that phase because you want to just try and bait as much out of your opponent as possible. But that said, you kind of write that off because everyone goes into that stage assuming they're going to die and respawn and come out of it to fight the next one, which is the important one. So yes, it was used, but I would probably argue not like properly. But I don't know. We saw a lot of stuff today, which was really good to see.
Yeah, and we saw Payload. Ooh, love Payload. Like Payload really a lot. Because it's the speed running of Echo VR. They gotta patch it, yeah. But for those that are interested, I'm not too sure if there will be a cup next week. I really hope there will. I don't think anything's planned just yet. But there might be, and I might just not be informed enough. Who knows?
It could be that the teams are kind of taking. It could be there's like a week ahead of the season 3 start. Essentially,
you're cutting out a lot. But
sorry. That's because I'm nowhere near my mic. Because I was literally rolled across the other side of the room. No, I think there's a chance there could be a break next week just because it's season 3 coming up. So it could be there's going to be a 1 week gap followed by VR League kicking off. Not too sure yet though. We don't know. We'll find out this week.
And you took the words right out of my mouth. Next week again, the 23rd, right? That's 23rd or 25th. I'm not too sure.
Week after next. Week after next.
The weekend of the week after next week.
Yes.
Is where the the third season of VR League will happen.
8 weeks is straight to the final.
Straight to the final. There we go. But yeah, that's where the first sort of matches for the VR League will happen. I'm pretty sure we're going to be casting them. Pretty sure. Turn up anyways.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. We should be. I think we hear back from what's happening if the ESL are casting or anything like that. But regardless, we should be casting, provided we're allowed. We will. So yeah, should be good. I'm looking forward to it because we're going to have obviously Echo Combat, Echo Arena, and Space Junkies as well, possibly, which should be really interesting. So looking forward to it.
But Onward.
And Onward too, yeah.
Onward is more or less the whole thing.
Yeah, we won't be covering Onward, I don't believe.
We won't. I don't know if we'll be covering Space. I don't think I have the money for it.
What? As in the game?
Yeah. You might be covering it. I don't know.
We might try out Space Junkies. It depends because it's going to take some time for the Space Junkies meta to develop anyway. Actively before casting is even really going to be worth it in a lot of these games. Because it will take a little bit of time, so it may or may not be that. I don't know. We haven't even decided if we want to do it yet. So yeah, But anyway, Echo Combat, Echo Arena should be some really good stuff in the coming weeks, and as soon as the VR League kicks off. And thank you again as well from myself to Mamut for sponsoring today's cup. Great.
Thank you for
And then congratulations to Respawn for running away with those $50 gift cards, I believe it is for each
$50 gift cards.
Fantastic.
And that is. I mean, that's just pretty good. Yeah, go check them out. They're pretty good. Now, just to finish off, Jesse, where can we find you and or things that you sell?
Oh, well, am I glad you asked? You can find Team Gravity merchandise on www.teamgravityvr.com/store. You can get all your Team Gravity merchandise there and more soon.
There's towels. So thank you for that. It was great. And you can find me. You know what? I'll be actually doing it. I'll be actually streaming tomorrow. If you want to see where Apex Legends came from, which you should because it's a fantastic game. I'm going to be streaming approximately half the game. Go watch Titanfall 2 tomorrow. I'll be streaming it on my own channel, twitch.tv/Malarian, from 18 CET. 18 CET. So go look at that because it's just such a fantastic game. It's so good. And I believe there's a free weekend coming up. So you should also go download it so we can play some online because it's great. With that very aggressive ending, I want to say thank you for watching. Have a very good night. Thank you for being here, Jesse. It's been lovely casting with you.
Thank you for having me as well.
All you guys. Oh yeah, well, from the ESL. But have a good night, guys. See you next week. Bye-bye.